Welcome to another episode of the Red Wagon Inn. You might notice that Alex looks a little bit different tonight. That's because Alex is Will now, because we have Will on for a guest episode tonight. One of the two Dumb Brothers. We now have a full set, and we're so excited to have you on tonight with us, Will. Thank you for joining us, my friend.
Thank you for having me again. It's been a long time.
The return of Jakey.
Yeah, right.
If you haven't seen Will before, that means you missed some of the great episodes of last season with Dinky the Druid, who what did we just say his famous line was?
I think he always remembers a grudge.
Good. Awesome. So we're glad to have Will back. Hope everybody is excited to see Will the Amazing, Verity says. And Verity, excited to show off some of your stuff because you did some cool cosplay, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Before we get started, does anybody have anything they need to be shilling tonight? Drew, why don't you kick us off?
So actually, yes, and it's not for my dice, actually, for once. There's a Kickstarter going on right now that I actually designed dice for. It's the Wild Earth Cosmic dice. You should go check them out. They're fairly cheap considering what I sell my dice for. I think they're $50 a set. And yeah, so go check them out. There's a lot of really cool designs, and it's the Kickstarter. I'll put the link down in the chat.
Boom. Perfect. We also have a 1-year anniversary tonight. Happy birthday, Jakey. Kind of in a weird way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel so much older.
Yeah, well,
the rich age of 12. So my beard's back from last time, you know?
You did it!
And we're copyright claimed. Does anybody else have any shills they need to do? Buy Critcast dice resin if you haven't yet, but also Will.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about this, but there's this really cool dice maker called Dicey Encounters. You should check their dice out, buy it or not, whatever.
Do they have a website, Will?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, well, what's that website name?
Something.com. Dicey
It's more
Encounters.
fun if you find it on your own.
My God.
This was more to
You
put
were
Will
doing
on the
so
spot to see
well.
if he remembered the...
We'll have links in the chat for y'all.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
We won't.
It's diceencountersdice.com. Thank you very much, Will, for that segue.
And Jackie just shilled too, so thank you very much, Jackie.
Thank you for your
Very
turn.
appreciative.
What is happening?
We have Think Creative back on tonight. Also, I do actually get to do a shill tonight as well. While you're watching, if you haven't done so yet, because I do have some people from the Red Wagon Inn I've noticed that have done this. If you haven't done so yet, go ahead and submit your Skillshare Transitions auditions to skillsharetransitionsauditions@gmail.com. If those of you with weird faces, I did a video last month because I always do weird Skillshare transitions. I've had Jakey do a part of one, I've had Drew do a part of one, and now I said anybody who throws in a video where they say, "Did somebody say Skillshare?" is going to be featured on the video that comes out this Saturday. So that'll be fun. Think Creative has done one on there. I don't know who TJ is, but TJ is one of my favorites because I don't have any video of them, but they just came on and said, "Hi, I'm TJ. I'm 5'3", and did somebody say Skillshare?"
I'll get Max to do one.
Yes, please. There is another child, so you got child actor competition with Max. Our little guy's cute, and we have another dog who entered, so Drew's Loki's got competition. But
Ooh,
Loki has
I'm gonna
no
have to get Zoe to
competition.
start talking early.
yeah, just for this.
The sign around her neck or something.
Just told her.
You're telling me that has competition?
Take your inspo. Get out of here. Awesome. Well, I have noticed one thing. So, before we show some art off, I have crossed both Winter and Emma for their 10 GFYs now. Oh, and Brie gets a little
my God,
inspiration.
what
She's
a
got a big
fluffy cat.
fat cat.
That is not a cat. That is a beast.
He's Boris.
Is his name Boris?
Boris is fat cat. Boris
Oh
is
my
sleeping
God.
in the cupboard.
Same, Boris.
Jackie gets her inspo for the Snorlax with its crotch on fire up in the corner.
So
I'll take-
everyone gets one, but me and Will. What
What do you mean
what's
you?
this?
What? Hey,
What about my flamingo?
We'll get Sadie.
you have
a
a
bird
dog,
of
Will.
prey.
Just bring the dog in.
Eh.
Yeah. But I am also at 10 GFYs, so just FYI, we'll have something
What does
happen
that
there.
mean? Does that does the world have something terrible happen to it?
You all just tell me if you ever want to spend the 10 GFYs or if you just want to keep them in the bank for combats. And
I wanna
rolls like
spend
that.
'em.
Okay. Well, we will spend
There's
them.
a
then.
big red button.
Jake
Press it.
speaks for all of us.
Also, high ad justice for Jakey. Let's go.
Right. If we have no other things, why doesn't everybody roll off and remember their numbers while I show off the few bits of art that we do have? Because we have the amazing Verity who did two cosplays of both Winter and How. Take a look at that. Look at that art form. Look at the tattoos on the arms. Look at the book. Look
So
at
good.
everything. I think they were at Gen Con for this, if I recall correctly. I don't know if it was a pop-up Gen Con or a real Gen Con, but they said they were
So
messed
cool.
up and everything, but this was a super rad cosplay. Oop, and I clicked the wrong button.
Thanks
But-
for the inspo, Verity.
I just
That
saw
is
that this
super awesome.
morning. I'm so stoked. That is so cool.
I screamed. I
Very-
saw it and I lost my cookies. That's so cool.
Verity is making me feel like I should do a better job of winter.
No, you're killing it.
Right. With that, we also have Jakey's bits of art for the notes for last time. And as we're talking about those, what did everybody roll for the recap? And Brie, just for counting's sake, I do want you to roll, and we'll see what you get.
She got
Okay.
a 1.
I'm at a
It was-
19.
It was so close to a 1, but it rolled onto a 19.
Hey,
yeah.
twins. Jackie, what do you got for us?
14?
14, Drew. 11,
11.
Jakey.
I got a natural 1.
Oh,
Good. Perfect. We also have longtime viewer Stronghearts joining back in, but with that, Jakey, I have some notes if you need them, but I think you might have them. Why don't you give us a recap on what happened last time? Also, party, Brie has briefly been told what happened last time. She only knows that they're in a magic shop currently. So do a good job on the recap, Jakey, and really
hundo.
inform her on everything that's gone on.
Absolutely. I never paid attention in Dungeons and Dragons, nor have I ever taken notes in my life. So let's go. We ended up in a new town. Here's the thing. I remember everything from last session. The name of the town escaped me for some reason. It was like the Crystal Hollow or something.
Yeah.
And was that it? Did I
Yep.
nail it? Hell yeah, let's
Nailed
go.
it.
So yeah, we arrived in the Crystal Hollow and the party was moving around and it was really cool and sweet. And Ordell was like, "Yo, civilian, where are we going?" And they were like, "Well, you can go to the White Mare or you can go to the Red Wagon. You guys are travel-enturer. I still can't say it. Travel-enturers.
You made up the
Travelers
term.
and adventurers." Yeah, I did, and I couldn't say it then. And yeah, so all together, they decided as travel venturers, they're gonna go to the Red Wagon. They went to the Red Wagon, and there's a sweet little halfling there, Mr. Small, who makes honey everything. He makes honey jars. He's got a honey pot, which is his cute little butt. He's got bees that he keeps in the back hiding, and then he's got some dog water mead that's not very good. He was telling everybody in the party, "Hey, you guys are my new best friends," because nobody's come to this Red Wagon for a long time. Emma did some sneaking around, and so did Ashrin, while Ordell was like, "Hey, I'm going to speak with you and distract you," but it wasn't intentional. He just wanted to see how he makes his drinks and stuff. They went around, they found out this dude is a painter and he makes cool little scapes and things, and he makes his own paints in the basement using flowers and things, but he also does that same practice where he makes the ale and stuff, so it's an awful sty in the basement. When he came back, Emma had stolen a painting, thinking we were just going to piece it from here. And then more and more as we talked to this guy, things got more and more very sad. And Emma realized, oh man, don't think I should steal from this very, very sad man. And then we went to his basement, convinced some ghosts are there. And Winter was like, yo, you got ghosts in here? Well, guess what? I'm a ghost buster, baby. And she went down, and there was no actual ghosts. But she came up and she was like, did the ghosts leave or were they actually there? And Ashton didn't have the heart to tell her they weren't there, so she told them that they kind of left, kind of like my dad did when I was little. But then we move on to the next rest of this beautiful place. Ordell was like distracting Mr. Oliver Small in his room while Emma replaced the painting that was stolen because Emma had a little feeling of guilt. The painting was replaced. He came back. They talked about art and stuff and drinks. And then what the setup was, they all got their keys and then they each split off and they were about to go shopping. Ritter, Elijah, and XE Cube. And the children were going to stay all together as a little unit in the Red Wagon Inn. Emma, Ashrin, Ordell, and Winter were going to go do some shopping on a shopping spree. And the suggestion came up of, why don't we just steal from someone? Because there's probably a place around here that looks like a place you'd mug from someone. And the question was, well, are you thinking we're going to get mugged? And then someone was like, no, we're going to mug someone. So Emma was like, I'm going to go mug this lady named Ivana Monia. Yeah, you thought I didn't remember her name. Let's go. She had a very tall white hat, fluffy coat, and Emma started talking to her and being like, yes, I'm a rich ghoul crest. And she's like, oh, how convenient. I'm rich and there's nothing wrong with me at all. And I'm not a twisted, weird character that'll be revealed down the row for a 10 GFY reason that'll make everyone regret what they're doing. But then the rest of the party went shopping and it was a great time. They bought magic stuff from a very sketchy dude with like a magic eyeball. He didn't say his name or anything, but I want to call him Crimes Johnson. So Crimes Johnson, they had some fun items and things. They ended up getting a ring of protection for Elijah, a ring of invisibility for Ritter, and then a bag of holding. And then while that sweet little interaction's happening, Shopping Simulator, Emma's also playing Shopping Simulator, but if she was in the Purge, because Ivana revealed that she likes human trafficking, and there was an auction for humans there, and Emma decided, I'm going to free the people, and so Emma did, except it turned out there was the Black Dragonborn caught Emma, and now Emma's up for sale, and the bid starts now. How was that for a recap?
Solid recap. Both loved it.
What
and
the fuck? What are you doing? One episode, guys.
Brie, you weren't here. To be
It's called being
fair,
a capital G
Did we
gamer.
let Emma go out on her own?
Yeah, Emma was just gonna mug this helpless old woman. Little did
Why
we
did
know
we
this
let
helpless
Emma-
old woman was like a crime lord.
Why did we let Emma go out on her own? That's never been a good idea.
hey, to be
Emma
fair,
with people is dangerous.
Ashrin was very untrusting of absolutely everyone, like threatening
That's
people
true.
untrustworthy.
This
So you
old
know,
lady.
Also,
but she
I just wanna
seemed
say,
fine.
like,
Big white hat.
Bree's mood right now makes me think of the audio of like, why are you in my house? Why are you in my house? And then Emma up for auction. I want waffle fries.
Do we know? I'm sorry. Do we know that Emma's up
No.
for
Oh,
auction?
no.
Are we at the auction?
No.
No. So someone's currently buying Emma, and we're in a magic shop.
Ashrin, Winter, and Ordell, you are all currently shopping and think that Emma is doing evil things.
Also, I realized
Wait.
something that was from last episode. We made a joke about the sending stones that said like Winter had them. Winter didn't have them. She handed it off to Ritter last time. Ritter was the last one to have them when he went looking for me, and he still hasn't given it back.
He would
So
have
we can talk to
one,
Ritter.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Because we said Winter does. But anyway, that was
So-
the thing I remembered.
great recap, very detailed, very funny, and I want to give you two because it was so good. If you can remember one crucial detail of something that happened, because it's very important for Emma
Mhm.
that it happened.
Okay.
What was the last thing Emma had happen? Not happen
last-
to her, but what's the last thing she did?
The last thing she did, from what I remember, is she cut the tiefling free, and was using message back and forth with them, and then said like, I'm gonna free you, and then the Black Dragonborn cast Hold Person on them, and
You're so close.
and yeah, I don't what happened after that. I don't think anything I don't
Well,
exactly.
you know what? Why don't we make it canon that nothing else happened, right, Emma?
No.
I'm trying to remember now.
So
Oh, Ruckus ran away. I saw the chat, so that doesn't count. But yeah, Ruckus ran away, and there was a big funny thing of him fleeing away. I won't take the extra inspo because I saw the Ruckus thing, but I do remember Ruckus ran away.
still
Yes.
one very good inspo. And yeah, Raucus is currently out to find the three of you, as Emma is currently being held personed, as well as this tiefling woman in one of the kind of hallways of this underground cellar beneath a church. I
Do
think that
we
about
know?
sums it up.
Do we know that Emma was out mugging people?
Yeah,
Was she like,
yeah.
okay, I'm gonna go mug some people now?
Oh yeah, we all picked that person and we pointed at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really,
And we were
it's
all
the
fine
rest
with
of the
it.
group's fault.
Emma
Yeah,
was fine
I
with
just
it.
wanna-
You three were so excited about shopping that you just kind of let Emma go. You thought she was going to maybe take a few coins,
Okay,
not, be sold
so we're
into
very much
slavery.
establishing our alignment at this point, and
Yeah,
it's not neutral
Also,
at
Emma
best.
was
Is that where we're
super
sitting?
cocky about it.
Chaotic,
Like
Okay,
Emma
okay.
was straight bragging about like, oh, this is gonna be an easy score. I just want to say.
Have we? I will let us start playing soon. But have we known Emma to steal things before? This seems very out of character. Is the insanity back?
When's the
No, I was
first
talking
time
about
you've
the
been to a
painting.
place with shops,
I mean, true, but she's not stealing from the shops, is she? Just people. Okay, I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
All right.
Emma's
Anybody
not,
else
but I am.
have anything else we need to add before we get started? Also, XC is watching us right down in the little corner on the screen down there. I just have his little eyes up. But
I guess one last thing,
Hey.
Ryan, you're looking awfully handsome today.
no, you. I think that is a ploy to keep your character alive. But you're right, so I'm gonna let it happen.
Like Tamatoa style. Are you trying to get me to talk to myself? Because if you are, it is working.
Right. So if not, grab a drink, pull up a chair, come hang out with us at the Red Wagon Inn as we continue exactly where we left off. It is midday, maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Hardly a cloud in the sky besides, the big roiling ones up there. But other than that, it would probably be a nice winter's day. There's hardly any snow falling. It is just cold here in Crystal Hollow, though the warm kind of springs from the waterfall that went down does make the land livable, and so you don't have to have heavy winter garb out here. You can still do all right, and there's just kind of small patches of snow out here. It's what allows them to do farming at all, period, out here. So being that you're in Crystal Hollow, it's a nice, lovely day. Lots of shopping has been done. You are still in the shop of Samuel's. I see my pen broke last time, and it still hasn't. I forgot to get a new one. So it's Samuel's something sundries, spectacular
new one?
sundries. Yeah. Thanks, man. Let me just cool. Grab that. Samuel's spectacular sundries that you're still at. The three of you are shopping for some time. You just finished your trading of getting the bag of holding, as well as your other goods after having traded several pieces of magical equipment for those. Samuel, again, quite a tall man with dark skin and really long dreadlocks, goes back to helping the dwarves that were there before you and shows them several crystal marionette puppets that they seem to be quite interested in up at the front. Ritter and Elijah are currently off somewhere else with the children, as you described earlier, Ordell, but the three of you are still here at the shop with Samuel. You did a few shopping things in between, since we kind of did some off-screen shopping. Jakey, while you were there, you also procured go ahead and tell the chat.
Yeah, so Ordell goes up to our good friend Ashrin with a big bundle and kind of plants it on a counter and opens the bundle. Inside is a shield of arrow catching. So Ashrin can decide how cool that looks. But yeah, Ordell was just like, we've been picking up a lot of stuff on the road that's been super neat, but it doesn't seem like you've been getting like, your fair share of neat stuff. So I thought you might like it since I mean, your shield's cool, but there's a big dent in it.
Ashrin's gonna pick up the shield of arrow catching and like compare them next to each other, just like, are you sure?
I forgot also while we were bartering and stuff, I should probably get rid of this. And Ordell pulls out the cloak that scary Ignis gave. I mean, this might be worth something too, but yeah, it doesn't feel right having a gift from you know.
Ashrin,
Yeah.
as you hold the kite shield, the inside, the outside of it is made with banded steel, but the inside is in a circle of two different types of woods, only to where you can barely differentiate between the grains. They're kind of made to be rings of wood that echo outwards. If you were to look at it at just the right angle, you might be able to see that it almost looks like a circular target, but looking straight on, it just looks like a mixture of dark woods on the edge of the kite shield.
This is great. Thanks so much. Oh, and she just like admires the shield, and it's kind of speechless, honestly. I don't get really many nice things. I'm not used to getting nice things, so thank you.
Oh, anytime. Honestly, I'd rather us all have, things that we like and enjoy than, just sitting on a bunch of these things. Like that charm I had, I really liked it, but I think moving forward, we got to start making sure that everybody has what they need. That's why with this cloak, I think I'm going to see if I can get something for Winter, or at least help Winter get something. Because these little bracer things are good for me for now. And the bag. I'll carry the bag so I can run. Wonder if I stick someone's head in it, what'll happen.
Thank you.
Of course.
Can I take a look around at any of the books, or do they have any scrolls like on display or anything?
You see that there's a bookshelf behind the kind of front counter where Samuel was previously standing. There's nobody up there right now, but there are a couple of books here. You all mostly went to the magical of interest shop more than you did the library or books or magical scrolls shop, but he does seem to have a few behind there if that's something of particular interest.
Yeah, I'd like to go check out what he's got.
If you just kind of step up to the edge of the counter, you can read by the spines of a few separate books. It seems that he has a myriad of different spells and enchantments here. There's no scrolls, but there are some old books that seem to dictate the equivalent of, without being the direct name. Actually, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check for you to be able to recognize what some of these names might mean.
Not natural 20.
And what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
In Elvish, there are a couple of books that might interest you. There are a few books that are related to essentially beginner's level warding, wards for you and me, things like that. Evocation, lighting that fire within your belly, is written on the spine of a few of them. However, in Elvish, you do notice there is one, conjuration for the like-minded.
Ooh. Can I kind of... Is it a bookshelf that I can, like, take things off, or would I have to ask?
You could.
See it.
It would probably be best if you asked, but if you leaned over the counter, you could probably just grab it.
I'm going to grab it and have a
Okay,
little
that's what I
flick through.
figured. Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
I'm going to stop using that die because it's a bit shit. Yeah. That is 21.
Okay, give me 2 seconds. 21. Come on. 2 seconds. As you open up the book, there are several markings in Elvish that lead you to believe that this is a very, very old form of Elvish, meant to bring about things from one plane of existence to another. It has several different iterations of cantrips and things that are conjuration based, like create bonfire, produce flame, some basic level starting out magic things that you might even be able to figure out on your own. However, there are some pages in the back that seem to list more intricate magics. There's ones that detail how to conjure woodland animals to your side, but then there are 2 ways to conjure both lesser and greater demons.
Ooh. Okay. While I'm at the bookshelf, can I see anything that that might relate to vampires, for example, or like inflictions or disease or anything like that?
Nothing that you see here, as this is mostly a magical gifts kind of shop, and things like conjuration and enchantment might be found here, but stuff like that you might have to go check out the local library.
Okay, perfect. I'm gonna I'm going to like wave over. What was his name? His name's Small
Samuel.
Boy. Samuel Small Boy.
No, different guy.
no?
This is a big guy.
Different guy?
The innkeeper
This is a big
is
guy.
Oliver Small. SMOLL.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'll wave over Sam and ask him.
He seems agitated as he's dealing with the dwarves. As he says, oh, "Hold on, just a moment." He walks over. Says, "Yes,
Can I have this book?
have it? No, but I'll trade for it again. You all seem to have a lot to trade."
Can I trade you this smile?
Well, for a smile,
It's a really good one.
For a smile like that, I'd take a whole copper off of the price.
How much
Cordell
is
at
the
that point is
price?
going to slink over.
For that book, I would sell it for no less than 3,000 coin.
Oh, 3,000 copper?
Gold.
So if I smile at you 3,000 times, then we'll be square.
If you smile at me any more than the one time, I will ask you to leave.
I put the book back.
Excuse me. Hey, I have another item. If you have the book and enough parchment and ink for transcribing scrolls and things into books, I trade you this, and he's gonna pull out the cloak and put it down. You can examine it. It's pretty good, but as you can tell, with what I'm made of now, I can't really use it.
He looks down at the scroll and says, "You know, most shops keep an order. When you come in, you're supposed to wait until the other people have finished, but
Yeah, but you
Yes.
like us. Come on. Come on.
They're fine. And I smile at the door.
The dwarves keep looking at the marionettes without him. They look over at you and kind of whisper to each other. He says, "Even the dwarves' patience can be tested for so long, but this does look to be quite nice." As his eye turns once again to a milky, creamy white. He says, This is... What did you get this?
It was a gift from. Oh right, we don't. It was a gift from a Warforged.
Let me see. I don't see why a Warforged might have such a need for a cloak like this, but... I've never
That's
been
why he
one
gave it to me, I think.
It's very regal. You sure it is not stolen?
I'm positive, sir. I mean, my friends are able to make so you can't lie and stuff in circles, so I'd sit in one of those.
And this
Tell you the
symbol on
truth.
the back, what is this? As he points to the flame symbol.
And Ordell points to his forehead, the matching symbol.
Makes sense then. Okay. Roll a persuasion at advantage
Sure.
because you pointed out your symbol.
Ooh. First roll was only a 10, but a 17. I think I only have +1, so I think that's an 18.
Okay.
Yeah, 18.
You beat his 16. So he
Heck
looks
yeah.
down at it and says, "I'll tell you what. Normally I would say no, but we've done quite a lot of business here together, and it's been very good for me, and honestly I quite like the symbol. Is this to some great house that I should know of?"
It's to the Paladins of the Flame. If you see any of them, they'd probably take a great interest in that. It's their sigil.
He seems to perk up at that and change tones almost immediately. Says, "Done and done then. Take the book off the shelf. It's yours." And he shakes your hand, Ordell, or reaches out for it.
how much parchment and ink does he give me for scrolls and stuff? I'm looking for, because Winter can transcribe stuff into her spell book, and it's 100 gold per spell, right? Or per level? I don't remember how it works.
It's kind of an exponential per level, but we can get onto that depending on how much time it takes to do stuff. But he'll give you a solid stack of parchment, enough to where you could put about 10 spells in and copy things.
Heck yeah. Then, yeah, Ordell's going to get that all bundled up and then hand that over to Winter.
Perfect.
Oh, Ordell, thank you. You didn't have to do that.
Oh, no
I was
problem.
trying to read it really quickly and then remember everything in the book, but it wasn't working very well.
As he
That's fair.
grabs the book off the wall, he takes it underneath the counter, gift wraps it, and brings it back up into a small box made out of very thin, almost vinyl-like wood. It's very delicate, very nice. He didn't gift wrap anything else, but this he seems to have a certain place in his heart that he wants to make look nice as he slides it across the counter.
Can I quickly insight check in case he swapped the books?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh. That's really good. Oh, yeah, with a +7, baby. What's a 26 tell me about this man? What's his breath smell like?
Everything.
Garlic. As he reaches underneath the table, you can see his right arm shift ever so slightly from what it would be to pull out the parchment. He does seem to have swapped this book with another. You could open up the packaging if you'd like to confirm that it's still there, but in your mind, he did swap this.
Yeah, I'll do a quick check.
You slide it back away from Winter as Winter, you're kind of like, hey, as you quickly pull the bow off. The book appears to be the same, though the spine of this one is a bit damaged. Where the other one had very finely cured leather, this one seems to be second edition, if that makes sense.
Ordell's gonna put it in front of him. Hey, could I have the one with the spine? Sorry, just I saw the one on the back was it might have been a display one, but I just prefer that one.
Oh,
The gift, as you can see.
of course, seemingly caught out. I just, as you said, it was a display, but if you would prefer that one, I'm happy to make the exchange. See, then kind of begrudgingly throws the newer book and closes the lid to the box and slides the other one back onto the side and says, very well. Is there anything else that I can do with you or do for you before I deal with these dwarves?
Thank you.
Yeah, Ordell's gonna say loudly so the dwarves hear. Here's 50 gold to put towards whatever the dwarves are buying, and Ordell's just gonna put a pouch down, making sure that the dwarves hear, just in case Buddy tries to pocket it.
Are you saying that as you're leaving, or are you wanting to?
Oh yeah,
possibly
Ordell just
converse with
tosses it, says it aimed at the dwarves. Since they were super patient, and Ordell wants to be a good dude, and because I got pretty much everything I need.
Perfect. As you're leaving, you hear the female dwarf that was there. Thank you, Letty.
Ordell just does finger guns and little flares spark out.
You
Ordell,
see,
where did you get all this money from?
I don't have very much left, but I've been kind of saving up, and I've been trading the magic items because, I mean, we've been finding a lot of stuff, and no one's been really using it as much. Like, we had the cloak, we had the dagger from the scary guy, then we had that big potion, and yeah, so now we got presents for everybody. And Ordell
What about
holds the
that
little rings.
amulet?
Oh, yeah, I guess
You
we
know?
do have these 5 amulets. I think Emma has them. We could ask her if we could sell them or get them melted down or something.
as you all are leaving the shop here, you look back in through the clear glass windows. By the way, Winter, in Crystal Hollow, something of note is most windows kind of have that they're almost opaque or not quite transparent. But here they look like modern glass windows, very flat, very well made. That's kind of their thing here. And so as you leave, you can see the dwarves inside looking out at you, kind of talking to each other, and they kind of wave thank you, mouthing thank you in both common and dwarvish. As you see that, oh, it's no problem. But with Asherin, Winter, and Ordell there, actually Ordell, with your being a monk now, massive perception. You're holding up the amulets, and as you're holding one of them up for Winter to take a look at, you're kind of looking past her when you see there's a small crowd of people. One guard in a kind of tealish cloak who stands trying to move people out of the way of this small crowd that's gathering on the ground.
What's going on over there? There's like a crowd, people
Asher and
hustling.
Winter.
That's weird. I guess maybe there's a show on.
I'll get a better view. And Ordell's gonna rub his hands together. I'm gonna step of the wind to jump up to a building, and then I'm gonna do my little flare jump thing so I can get some extra air and try and land on a building just to see if I can, get like a view of what's happening from an upper level.
Asher and you and Winter see Ordell fly upwards to the roof of a building, but it's not terribly far off. It'd be maybe about 50 feet away where this small crowd is kind of gathering and speaking quite loudly, though you can't quite make out what they're saying from here. Are you just going to wait for Ordell to take a look at it, or?
I think I'll kind of like go up on my tippy toes and kind of like see if I can see over the people. But probably not move too much closer if Ordell's gone.
And
Yeah, I'd do the work.
Ashrin, you're kind of fitting your new shield and getting the straps to be the right length and buckling it in together as you're doing this. If both of you or if all three of you are taking a look, go ahead and roll me a perception. Ordell, with your height, roll it at advantage.
A nat 1 and a 17. 24.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
12.
12. Winter, you're short. Ashrin, being an elf with your tippy toes, you can kind of see up and over this slight uphill incline to where this crowd is here in this sparsely snowed landscape in this city. And between their legs and Ordell, what you can see clearly from above here, you see them almost trying to like stamp a creature out. Almost like they're trying to kick a little chicken or something, but they keep stepping on it on the ground like it's a bug that everyone is quite worried about. Ordell, you can see that it is Raucous there being stamped upon by the guard and a couple other brave individuals here in the crowd. Raucous keeps throwing its hand up and trying to bring out a small piece of parchment to be able to write something, but every time he does, he has to slink back into the shadows and move quickly to not be stepped upon. Raucous is trying to leave, but can't go underneath the feet of anybody that's there, and so can't quite make it out of this small crowd.
Ordell just sees Raucous and goes, "Oh man, I'm gonna really hate doing this. Is there a small shed or something nearby that just looks like there's not many people paying attention to it?"
There's several buildings along this road, and there's quite a lot of people out here. There are a few places where people might not be, but they would be off and away from this area in kind of back alleys. If that makes sense.
Ordell just goes, "Oh, Raucous, you better be worth it." And Ordell's going to start something on fire and just scream, "Fire!" And he's going to extinguish himself, though, so he looks as, like, not burning. But yeah, he's going to start a fire so the guards turn away, and then he's going to, like, point to, like, the others. And then he's just going to yell, "Raucous is over there, and we need to get him."
Ashrin, while this is happening, you notice at the same time that they're stamping something out before Ordell shoots out a jet of flame to light a building on fire. Is there anything that you're choosing to be doing?
Just stamping something out. Not that it's Raucous, right?
Yeah. All you can see is the shadow of the creature.
It looks like they're putting like a cigarette butt out or something. I can't really tell from here.
When you hear
Oh, that's weird.
fire, as you look up, seeing Ordell in purely the gray form with glowing runes, pointing from up on the rooftop downwards behind this little street, and you can see smoke pluming upwards. Ordell.
Yep.
As you go, you light up a small building there. As soon as you do, you see two men and one woman, all in separate doors, run out, seemingly pulling their pants up from this outhouse that you lit on fire. As they see the smoke and the fire coming from the roof of the outhouse, some of them fall into the snow in a comical position. You are not exactly unseen, as you basically Iron Man jetted your way up to the roof here.
Fair.
As you shoot out the jet of flame. Which spell are you doing, by the way, for that? Because that is important.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot. Create. Control flame.
Okay. Well, control flame. Correct me if I'm wrong.
wait,
That
wait.
has to be an existing flame.
Oh, sorry. Produce flame. That's the one.
Okay, produce flame, that's different. So it doesn't directly come from you. However, somebody might have noticed you semantically move your hands about and then scream fire. You don't know that offhand, but that may come up at some point. You weren't exactly stealthy as you did it. As these people
That's
run
fair.
from the outhouse, and several other people, Ashrin and Winter, you can now hear on the streets being like, good gods, it's fire! Grab the water from the wells! And some people going off and kind of packing up snowballs to try and put this fire out. There are also several robed figures that emerge from a nearby store, clad in white and blue robes that go running towards the flame.
Did I see Ordell do this? Do I know Ordell created the fire?
Yeah, you definitely Iron Man'd up there and wasn't exactly stealthy, and since you know him, you probably were watching.
Okay. And did we hear, because I know he said he yelled down that we have to get Ruckus. Did we hear that?
Did you yell out about Ruckus, or did you just yell fire? I thought that's what you yelled.
I yelled about fire, but then I went, like I looked at Zinnia and Winter and said, like, we have to go get Ruckus.
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't scream like, hey everybody, Ruckus is over there, but I was telling them because I just jumped like above them,
Right.
and then I started, yeah. So I'm now running as if in panic because of the fire. But yeah, I'm going for Ruckus.
There are a few people that have left this small little hut here in which to go and attend the fire. As Winter and Ashrin, what are you doing as people are running back your direction to go deal with this fire?
How big is the fire? Would you say it's the size of a small campfire?
I would say it's a little bit larger than that at this point, as you're hitting a area filled with methane, and it was easily able to spread very, very quickly in this wooden outhouse.
Mm-hmm. Can I go? I'm gonna like walk over to the fire and go, everyone, come, I shall save you with my magical magic, and everyone look at me doing it now. And I will cast, I'll cast Prestidigitation to try and put out some of the fire. I guess a small campfire size amount. And try and like work on stuffing out the fire, but doing it in a very heroic fashion that demands everyone's attention.
Ashrin, during this time, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take the lead on trying to run to Ruckus because my two compatriots are
My two
Doing
fellow
it.
streamers
friends.
are...
Best friends. We'll go with best friends.
Cool. Ordell, you still sit upon the roof. Or Winter, you run over and say, with my magical magic, I will reduce this flame. You see the three robed individuals with white and blue look over at you, and as you begin to douse the flame, basically removing the air from the area, they conjure up similar motions to you. Also, not so much removing the air as they are whipping up the snow that's on the ground around them to have it melt and create a small rain over the top of the fire.
Biomancer.
Yes. Be inspired by me. Well done.
The crowd...
Aren't we great?
Several members of that crowd that were there before have run up to this outhouse. Some of them are helping dust the snow off of this very hairy man's butt that fell in the snow out from the outhouse. But Ashrin, as you run up, that guard that was there before is still the only one there, and he seems to be chasing Ruckus, and he dives onto the ground and seems to have caught his prey as he stands up holding in one hand. He's got Ruckus kind of by the neck there as he's saying, "What are you doing, little shadow? Where is your master?" As Ruckus just kind of can't seem to be making any noise.
I'll run up and within maybe like 10 feet just go, whoa, okay, wait a second, what's happening here?
The guard looks and says, "This little shadow keeps skulking about. I don't like no shadows around here without no masters."
That's my toy, an animated toy. I lost it.
Toy. As he kind of holds Ruckus upside down by the foot. Ruckus like slaps at his hand and points at you heavily. She says, Seems to be too alive to be a toy.
I animated it, of course.
Roll a persuasion. Or actually, this is deception.
Okay. Okay. Deception 12.
12. Okay. Says,
Oh no.
keep a better track as he tosses Raucous in the air over to you. Keep a better track of your toys. And when he does so, roll a dexterity save to see if you can catch Raucous.
Hey, I can do this. I'm good at Dexes.
Because Raucous doesn't have a lot of health.
22.
22,
Bump it out,
solid.
girl.
As Raucous flies forward, Ashrin, you catch him underarmed, swaddling almost like a baby in your arms. He says, you better watch your toys.
Will do. Sorry, just so much shopping. I got distracted. Thank you.
And as he kind of, in his heavy chainmail, goes to jog by you, and you hear him say, like, no, what's this about a fire? And he goes running off to the south. Raucous looks up in your hand and, like, squishes his little fingers up against your cheek. It's hard to talk to him. His head seems to bob up and down almost furiously like a Muppet possessed.
Right. Okay. Slow down. Remember, I can't hear you, so if you can just get your parchment and your quill out. Yes. Okay.
His hands seem to be almost shaking. He writes on almost the equivalent of a little post-it here.
Right. Okay. If you can write just a little clearer, it's a little hard to read.
He crumples it and throws it on the ground and points down as if to ask you to set him down.
Okay.
He gets on the ground, lays down like a slumber party, trying to write neatly and nicely. The first letter has that intricate book story style lettering as he takes his time. Yeah, the SpongeBob style. As writes out a letter and says, Emma has been captured by worshippers of some dragon and tried to buy a slave. Please come help.
Oh, that. How did we go from pickpocketing the old lady to buying it? Okay, fine. Yes. Okay, just get on my back.
Ruckus hops on, holding like arms over your shoulder.
We gotta go. And I'm just gonna run around the fire area to find Winter or...
Winter, as you finish putting out the flame, so too do the other mages. People in the crowd kind of give a collective clap. There's very little of the roof fully burned out, though it may be a cold bowel movement for those who use it for the next day or two. As several people clapping, the wizards themselves bow and look over to you. A woman pulls off her white hood with hair's in kind of a style much similar to your own, though she's much older, maybe in her late 50s or so. She says, where did you come from? I try and keep tabs on most wizards in this town.
Where did I'm from out of town. We're visiting.
There's nowhere out of town, but and at that point, Ashrin, you come running in with Ruckus on your back. Ordell, you're still kind of sitting on the roof. I'm going to assume like legs dangling off the crest of the roof here. As you see
absolutely.
Ashrin pull up with Ruckus on her back, like a very, very small cape to Winter, who's conversing with these white-clad mages.
We're Treventurers.
What time is that?
We are a group of people who travel and adventure. Treventurers.
Right. You're not... Oh, so I understand. You're traveling bards, then.
No. I can sing for you if you like.
Well, that would make you a bard, I would assume, but I question then why that one up there made the flames and for you to put them out. I thought this might have been part of an act, but I do not see you asking for coin. So, what are you doing here?
Well, that was also a part of my act. I'm very good, aren't I?
No, I don't think so. There's no showmanship in what you do. Using your magic of magic?
I thought I was pretty spectacular, but I guess I will keep practicing. Thank you for your feedback.
Well, if you're not asking for coin, then I assume you're to repair the outhouse?
I'm not asking for coin, and your payment is the town's payment for such a pleasurable experience is that it gets to repair its own outhouse.
Ordell squints
We're
from the roof.
The crowd,
generating jobs.
the crowd starts to murmur and whisper here. The guard, Ashrin, that you were dealing with before, you're standing next to Winter and talking to them. The guard kind of comes up and walks down and says, "What's this about destruction of public property with the town to pay for it?"
Well, Ashrin, you are my manager. Would you like to negotiate this contract while I converse with the talent? And I wave over Ordell.
Right?
Ordell, like Homer Simpson style, just like starts backing away from the room.
Slide
He was
up
just
onto
feet
the
swinging
roof.
off like, yeah, he was swinging his feet, just doodling like the scene happening, Deadpool style. And then the second he was addressed, he's like, "Nah, I'm out," and he just leaves.
And
I
Emma
point
gets
at
out of-
Ordell and I say, "You started the fire and they saw you. Get your butt down here."
Ordell replies in message, "Sorry, no, I don't speak common." As Ordell runs.
New message to this.
Yuda, as the guard points to Ashrin and says, "You said your pet was running amok? Now, he talks to you like you're the manager of this band of bards. You come rolling into town, causing destruction of property. What have you to say?"
I mean, I am the manager of the traveling group of the Travel Insured Bards. You've never heard of us?
Of course not. There's no traveling bards in here, old Cora.
Yes, there is. They're standing right in front of you.
Well, where did you come from?
The South?
Which part of the South?
Ashton remembers. Ashton remembers.
Emma just sighs to herself. They're not coming to save me.
She just feels it in her bones. Ha! I would remember. Ash would remember, even though the Bloodstocks is not it. It was before the Bloodstocks.
I'll let you roll a history and I'll tell you so that you remember. But if not, then whoops.
If it's helpful, I've got no idea. I know that was a shoot.
Wow, so
Right.
helpful.
Yeah, because I rolled a 7 plus the 0.
dentist.
Good.
Dentist.
Well, if
7.
you're from the South, then the only place you visited is the land that you were exiled from that you can remember. There was that town with those raiders, but gosh dang, if you could remember.
Turg, not tungsten. Why is tungsten the word that comes to me? That is not it. It's not old Cora either.
I can just imagine Ashrin just doing this in front of the guard too, just like
Old
Yeah,
Cora.
all right. From
We
the South,
traveled
huh?
over the wall. We traveled over the wall. Right?
On
Yeah,
purpose?
we
Which wall?
yes, we're very brave adventurers.
Which wall?
The big one,
There's 2 walls. They're both big.
the one in the south.
So from Ludrith,
I have Ludrith outside Lichenford.
you
Yeah.
come from a land devoid of humor as bards to the land
Well, that's
of
why
the
we
dead.
had to travel. That's why we had to travel, because people didn't really get us in Ludrith. It's a very specific genre of entertainment, and
Mhm. It's about bringing color to a land that lacks any.
Maybe try the
You-
Silverlands, because both Ludrith and us here in Old Cora don't like so much the pyrotechnics and the destruction of property. It's not a good act.
what about this one? And I prestidigitation and finger guns fireworks. Pew 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 pew. Do you like this one?
Ashrin,
Right.
a note is slipped across your shoulder, and it just says urgent with 3 underlines underneath it.
Right. So, sir, again, we're kind of a band of misfits. The toy is obviously one of part of the act. And then we have another one, part of the act. The dynamic, it's very different. Obviously, it's very distinct, and you'd remember us, and that's kind of the point, is we leave a mark. So, I apologize for my band. And as its manager, we will work with, we stay at the Red Wagon Inn. We can work together, perhaps.
It's your best joke so far. Well, you really do.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, Mr. Small is very kind.
Great art.
Go ahead and roll me a deception for your plea there, Ashton.
I don't even believe myself when I say he's kind. Another 7 plus 2, 9.
Good.
I'm not rolling you anymore tonight. Sorry.
He's simply the best, as if he's listening.
He's the best
I'm-
around.
I understand. I've bombed my fair night at comedy clubs, but this was bad. You caused a lot of damage here. We're gonna need coin to pay for this or labor until you fix it. Or
Are
you're
you
gonna
a-
spend a night in jail.
Are you a budding comedian?
What I do outside of guard hours is none of anybody's business but my own.
Well, I was just, I mean, we're always looking for more performers to fill out the crowd. Would you like to audition for us?
Go ahead and roll a persuasion with a high DC.
32.
I'm pretty persuasive. 24?
No.
Oh my god.
The guard stands at the edge of town and says, "That's not what we're talking about right now. I couldn't possibly."
Oh, yes, you could. Oh, I've got an idea. And I point to him and cast message and say, you could do it in here if you like.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
All right, go for it. You can do it. I believe in you.
So, what's the deal with? No, this is not a good one. I'll do a different one.
Yeah.
No,
No, you check it off. You're good. You're good. I'm loving it.
Roses is red. Violets is blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
But how come I can never look as good as you?
And I laugh as loud as I can and as enthusiastically, just out loud.
Asher just sees her laughing out loud for no reason.
The
Oh, you're good.
Yeah, see, she likes it. Even though none of you liked my jokes last night.
Don't worry about them. Now, we would love to help you, one, explore your options in the entertainment industry, and two, repair the damage that we have done to this building. But first, can we have a little troop meeting and then kind of figure out next steps? Well, we can do it just over there if you like.
So, yeah, just come back and talk to me when you're done.
Okay, thank you. Also, keep at it. That was really good.
Before you walk away, he goes, you think you can help me get my name spread around?
What's your name?
Well, I got a stage name. It's Joe the Show. I think that's a good name.
Really good name,
Yeah.
Joe.
I thought so.
Yeah. I of course, like I said, we're Treventurers.
Uh-huh.
We go to a lot of different places. We talk to a lot of different people, and I'm sure we can talk to them about the show.
I'm willing to travel. I'm good. I'm willing to go with you. Don't worry.
Okay. I mean, let's keep talking, Joe.
Yeah. My ma always says that I was never cut out for garden. She always said I was a simple soul. My father, though, he always wanted me to do hard work. I figured garden was the closest way to keep me near the town. You know, practice my trade.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going places, Joe. Mark my words.
With you. I'm
I'll
going
be-
with you. I'm going with your troop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, go talk. Let's make a plan. Thank you, love you.
Right. So, I
Rebel
kind of
wife
say this
brings
out loud.
drinks.
Oh.
Oh, Rainbow Wife.
I kind of just say out loud. I am the manager, so I kind of have to have final approval of. But okay. Yeah.
Of
So,
course, yeah, she'll tell you. She'll tell you. It's a good joke. Good joke.
and right. Okay. Winter. Let's for a sidebar. And I just show her the post-it note from Ruckus, the very first one, where it says that Emma is captured and is buying slaves.
Ruckus
Buying slaves,
jumps off of Asherin's head onto
and then urgent.
yeah, and grabs onto like your collar, Winter, and just kind of shakes it violently as you take a look at him. Looks up at you.
Okay. Well, Ordell just failed, so that's new. Unlike Ordell. Ruckus, where is she?
The church. It said the church with the dragon.
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Please
Ruckus
skip the middle of the
jumps
sentence.
off of Winter and kind of waves his hand as if like, come on.
What are we gonna do about Joe the show? It sounds like he's coming with us now, and we may have to be a band.
Okay, well, we can. Okay, right, ready? Just stay with me for a second. Let's say that he has to come with us on this audition mission. Okay.
Audition mission. Oh, that's good.
Audition mission, and however he does in this mission to save another bard, it's whether or not he'll be admitted into the troop.
Is do we know the laws of this land? Is it legal, do you think, for people to sell other people here?
I'm going to assume it's probably not legal. This town seems the most like put together.
Proper. They really didn't like us burning their stuff, so they probably
No.
wouldn't like us buying their people.
It seems like an actual town, like a town outside the walls, as opposed to like the chaos that we've seen around. So hopefully, by the time we get in there, Joe will arrest everybody, clear the ring out, and then we demolish the human trafficking ring and save Emma.
Okay. Wait, but isn't Emma buying people?
Yes, that.
So wouldn't Emma get arrested?
Ruckus, is Emma still buying people, or is she in trouble?
No, she's not buying people.
Ruckus
then
She's-
writes.
she's
It
fine.
begins writing fervorously on some paper while you're talking. Holding up the small post-it note said, "Was buying people. Don't really think she was that into it. Now is being sold."
There we go.
Oh, okay. She's being okay. She's
Right.
being sold.
Right.
Okay,
So-
Joe could be down for this.
Okay, let's just go. I think we don't have any more time left. It's kind of urgent.
Okay.
And ask questions before we move forward with the plan.
Do you want to? One of us should go get Ordell.
Okay, right, because
and
really the
then-
party is exactly what we need to do right now.
Well, he just seemed to want to avoid this conflict. And
Right.
I guess I'll go get Joe to come on an audition mission.
Stay here with Joe. I'll try to find Ordell.
Okay.
Don't move. Please don't.
You both know Ordell's up on the roof. He only scooted back to be out of view. You know he's still up.
Oh,
From
okay.
down the roof, though, out of an alley, a handsome fella comes out with a big fire cowboy hat, big mutton chops, and a like fiery vest, and he's just walking, trying to like, I am inconspicuous, as Ordell's like walking through.
Do I recognize Ordell or no?
You haven't seen any other Genasi with flaming hats, and his face and symbol is still the same.
Okay. I go recruit Joe for the audition mission, and I'll get that. Ooh, nah.
I'll get that.
Okay. All right. Go team.
Bye.
As Joe seems to be talking to the crowd, he's talking to that wizard woman that you were speaking to before. As he says, "No, you didn't get it. She got it. Because it's like I don't look as good as you. It's self-deprecating as far as humor's concerned. That's the beauty of it. He just is like explaining his joke, trying to get them to laugh."
I'm gonna pat Joe on the back and
Yeah.
cast message and be like, "Ugh, I mean, people just don't get it. No one can identify a genius before they get big, you know."
Truly.
Joe. So I've spoken to I'm gonna try and pull him away from this far smarter mage. Because she seems to see through our bullshit. So I'm gonna like kind of grab him by the hand and go, Joe, can I talk to you for a minute? Joe.
Yeah. Joe, by the way, is a half elf of a stocky build. Very much takes more on his human side than his elvish side, with very spackled, curly beard hair. It's not very well maintained at all. The best description would be a very buff, neat. As Joe kind of leans down to get closer to your height. So, what else? What else were you thinking? Where were we thinking about traveling?
Okay, so well, first we have got somewhat of a some people might call it an installation. Where we've got a performance that is happening across the town at the moment. It's very transformative art. It's very experimental. Not a lot of people have done it before. And what we're going to need you to do is kind of start interacting with this piece. You can. Our manager has called it a audition mission, if you will. It's very, very common in the industry.
All right. Well, I'm more like a joke telling comedian. Is this improvisation? I've never.
It is. Yeah. It's a yes and situation.
Okay.
There'll be lots of opportunity for you to Jake's breaking me. There's going to be lots of opportunity for you to interact with different people, to really kind of insert your humor into the performance.
Okay.
Rather than just telling jokes. And I believe in you, Joe. You're Joe the show. I know you can do this. And you know, some people might not get it exactly. But yeah.
You believe in me. You're only the second person to ever tell me this. You and my mom.
No.
Tell you what, I'm gonna go on this audition with you. I will nail it, and then I'll go get my stuff from Ma's house, and then we'll head on out. You know what?
What have you
This
done?
job,
Sweet boy.
This job here is a crutch. If I lean back on it, I won't give my full to this. I always knew that I need to go on. You know what? See, unclasp his guard's coat. He says, "No,
Joe, no, we need you to play the part of the guard. We need you to play the part of the guard for the installation piece, okay? Just hold on to that crutch just a little while longer."
See, holds up in front of the crowd. He says, "This is a sham, so you know. I'm an actor now."
No. What have you done?
But I need you to all behave as if I hadn't taken this off and that you thought I was really a god still.
Yes. How many people heard him say that?
Oh,
Drawing lives.
everybody in that small little crowded area.
Okay.
You hear the wizard woman say, "But what about the top of the outhouse?" He says, "Piss off with the outhouse. We're too busy for that.
Oh
We've got an audition to do. Yeah? Take me to this place."
Yes. Okay. We are going to the church.
What? There's dozens of church. Which church?
Is Asher doing this to me from across the
Ashrin, I would say that you're currently with Ordell. So we'll go to that real quick. Ashrin, you go to Ordell, who walks up Yosemite Sam style with a flaming cowboy hat.
Sir?
Howdy, stranger. It is a pleasure to be making of your acquaintance here on this yonder road. You look like a travel venture. Damn it. That's my word. I can't say.
No, you were doing really well. I keep it
What's
up.
up? What's up? Did we win?
So we're a bard. We're a band of bards now, and the guard is gonna audition on a mission to join our bard troupe.
I'm sorry, what? You're
Just-
telling me we. Well, how's the rest of the day shopping gonna go if
go.
we're just trying?
Oh, also, sorry, forgot the major thing.
Okay. Wow, you really buried the lead on that one as the whole thing extinguishes.
Right. Sorry, I got so into character. I'm your manager right now, and it's right.
All
sorry.
right, wait, we're bards?
Yes, you're one of the bards, and I'm manager.
Heck yeah. Ordell's gonna take out the crown, put it on, and then he's gonna make like this long flowing hair down to his shoulders, make a jacket like a fire, very like open coat, like mind freak style, and he's gonna walk out with his arms to the side fully and go, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am the flame baby." And just like he's gonna make with a fire, and then with control flame, a fire dragon's gonna spin around. He's gonna go,
You two are currently at the side of the building, absent where Winter and everybody else are. So as far as this is concerned, this is kind of more like, yeah, you're doing it as practice, getting into character.
Oh, heck
unless
yeah.
you want to do it in front of people.
no, I
Perfect.
think if
Makes-
Ordell sets stuff on fire, he'll get in trouble. So
Okay.
keep that up because it says Emma is in a church for a dragon. So we'll just
Mm.
keep that dragon up. I think that'll be good. Get us in where we need to go.
Wait, so the old lady that was easy to steal from has him hostage? I'm sorry, I'm just gonna. No, this is very serious. As Ordell's walking out of the alley, just laughing super hard, but every time he looks over to Ashton, he's like, so serious.
Right. I have no clue. Maybe she wasn't actually an old lady. Like maybe it was like two goblins in disguise. Sorry, Ruckus. Sorry. Okay, Ruckus. Okay, stop. I can hear you. Stop it. I can hear you.
He holds up
so
that piece of paper that says urgent once more.
okay, we're going. Flame baby,
Yo, what's up?
shall we concur? Is that how troops talk? Adjourn.
Yes, we're gonna adjourn. We're gonna meet. Do we know where this church is?
Right. So we're gonna meet up with Emma and Joe the show. That is his name, and we will all go together because Ruckus will show us where to go.
Okay. He's gonna pull up the sweet sending stone, and while he's walking.
Shadow Archer, this is Flame Baby. Do you copy? Just letting you know on something about numbers and stuff. We're going to a scary church where Emma has been held hostage. How are you?
Do not use Shadow Archer as a name. It would be better if people didn't know who I was. Emma was captured?
All right, well, we can workshop the name. How about Raven Lord? That one sounds cool.
Where am I supposed to meet you?
Oh, probably just patrol some trees and stuff. Wait, I'm gonna give you a play-by-play while we're walking, because I realize these don't run out of anything, so I'm just gonna scream directions we're going and buildings I see, because you're a fast guy. But yeah, so Emma's, like, fully captured, but, like, Raven Lord, though, before we get into that?
I'm going to get Elijah. He was taking a nap. We will be there and out the door in 30 seconds. Just give me directions.
All right, that is a Raven Lord getting the sun shield, and they are on their way.
As Ordell just runs now. We should.
Dragging Ordell as it's happening.
Yep.
So Winter, as you're speaking with Joe, you're trying to decide where to go and what to do. As he's, saying, "Oh, piss off with that." You turn and look. You're like, "Yeah, I should probably talk to." You see Ashrin and Ordell, as Ordell is kind of holding on to Ashrin and Ruckus, running off to the north, leaving you here with Joe and the crowd.
I yell back at the mage, "We'll be back!" And I pull Joe and run away to follow them.
Joe picks up his short sword and buckler off of the ground and charges with you. While doing so, he begins asking you, like, what's his character motivation? Is he supposed to be angry about this? If this is some sort of audition? Do you have a script that he could use? Honestly, he's more of a script man, but he'll do the yes and. Continuous... Oh, go ahead.
Just explaining that, we're gonna see where the scene takes us, but these people are going to act as if this is real. So, you have to put up like a solid fight, Joe. If someone starts attacking you, you gotta keep strong, Joe, okay?
sword's
We're
sharp,
doing our own
though.
stunts up in here.
I'll hurt someone.
Well, they're prepared. We have healers on board, we have medics,
This is real theater here.
it's Yeah, you got to commit to your art, Joe.
Oh, I like it.
This man's
All right.
gonna die.
All right. I will commit to the act of being a dutiful guard.
Yes.
Never done that, so it would be good acting practice, you know.
Oh, Joe.
As
We know way too much about this guy's backstory to have him die on this mission. We know he lives alone with his mom, that he has dreams of being an actor. Guys, he is dead. He is dead.
His dad
The
lives
next-
there. He just doesn't believe in him.
He's just gonna walk in there and be like, man, I can't wait. I'm 5 days from retirement.
Or he breaks a ring, stings a ring, and he's the town hero, but then also lives out a life he doesn't really love because he wants to be an actor, but it's like the life his parents chose for him to be like.
We
"Yeah."
have condemned
his
him.
greatest role yet is a guard.
Crushing dreams.
We
What
can
have you
take him
guys
with us. I don't feel
done?
like I'm altogether lying.
So,
Why can't we have a traveling comedian?
as the three of you are running, meeting up with Ritter and Elijah, as you briefly explain and through many a winks who Joe is, Ruckus leads you in the direction of the church, which we now know to be a church of Tiamat. While we do that, Emma, let's reverse time just a little bit.
No.
As we just had Ruckus leave, he ran out the cellar door. You heard the one man yell after him, but Ruckus is quite quick. You hope that he can find your friends and that they will respect the urgency of the doom that you are currently in and come at the utmost urgency. As the Black Dragonborn comes over and not only with the magic that's holding you, grabs a manacle and shackles one arm and over to the other behind you and shackles behind your back. The Ivana who stands there next to the other Dragonborn, red in color, who is currently magically controlling the tiefling, does the same thing with manacles on her. No longer with rope ties. These are full iron shackles around both of your wrists. They're kind of loose, but still enough to be, or tight enough to hold your skeletal hands in place. As you hear Ivana say, "Truly, I thought you actually were a ghoul crest. No ghoul crest would free such a lowlife as this tiefling."
Well, I am still a ghoul crest, and you never asked why, but you've already overheard that I was going to mug you, so who's lying now? So nobody. So we're all just speaking the truth here. No one's coming for me, so this is great. This will
Indeed.
be easy. You sacrifice people, right? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, of course, but you have no blood for which to give. I think
Also,
instead,
no soul as well. I have no soul. Isn't that funny?
no soul.
Yeah.
The naivety of unwilling. Still, must be 900 years you've been here on the earth, and still you think you have no soul. That's quite cute. But
Oh no, I sold it. You see, so it's gone. It's not mine anymore.
well then,
So then you can't sacrifice me, clearly. So
we'll have to take that contract and find a way to rewrite it. Who might you have sold it to?
oh, well, I don't think you like. I don't like you, and I still don't think you would want to do this with this particular patron. She's not nice.
We'll see. I feel that our patron is far more demandable.
But is your patron dead?
Yes.
Well, then how did? But you people, you people are so strange.
I understand that your mind cannot comprehend what is to come for you, but we will use you in ways that you just could not comprehend to bring back
Can you
our
at
great
least-
Lord Tiamat.
Can you at least make me into a bowl or something?
I'm sure your skull will have many a uses, but for now, gods, please take him. Send him to the Briggs. We'll find some use for bony features, and then we'll see what we can do about that soul. As the Black Dragonborn kind of pushes on the back of your shoulder blades, almost causing you to fall down, pushes you through one curtain, which you now know not all of these are rooms, but as you go through one curtain, there's kind of a small staircase that leads downwards. You're just able to keep your way walking downwards without being pushed again and shoved and falling down the stairs, which would hurt tremendously as an unwilling. But there are some small flames down here, just enough to where if you didn't have dark vision, you'd barely be able to see the outlines of people. But the stench down here is tremendous. It's not a very long flight of stairs, maybe only about 30 steps or so, but once you get down to the bottom, it leads up into a very open set of jail cells down here. There are all manner of creatures, from humans to dwarves, halflings, half-elves, orcs, pretty much everything that you can imagine, but you seem to be led through this section of the jail cells. The Dragonborn whispers, "You have not a use like these do without your blood, but we'll see what else we can find for you. We'll send you with the rest."
Thank you so much. That means just simply the world. Thank you.
'Tis not a compliment. Get moving, as he pushes you forward. Taking you through this last curtain, this one far more dilapidated with holes in it, as he slides it to the side and pushes you in. Behind the curtain is only a single room. He takes a key out of his side and opens up the jail door here. Sitting inside the room, he throws both you, the tiefling that you were with, he escorted, or the other Dragonborn escorted off into one of the other cells that were there. But he throws you into this room and locks the door behind. As he closes the curtain, it becomes uncomfortably dark down here. If you didn't have dark vision, you would hardly be able to see a thing at all. Closing the curtain behind you, leaving you here kind of alone for but a moment, the cell in itself is quite dark. However, you don't appear to be alone here within this cell. Sitting off in a corner near a couple of waste buckets and a box where old, what must be pewter plates with moldy bread that is left over and seeming to be rationed, you see Ronin. Why don't you describe yourself?
So, you'll see a Aarakocra, raven black feathers, scars around his eyes, well, quite dark, but he has dark jet blue eyes. His beak is quite worn down and cracked. You'll hear some clacking on the floor, and you'll hear 1, 2, 3, and he's picking up the roly-poly bugs that are running around on the floor of the cell. Well, you better get them while the going's good. Welcome to, I guess, my new home. Who are you?
I'm just someone that's passing by, and Emma's gonna take her arms behind her, and then she's gonna take her foot and like wrap it up behind and just press against the manacle to pop one of her arms out of socket so it falls to the ground. And then she's gonna bring her arm back forward and reconnect it so her arms are in front of her.
Emma, in doing so, you take 4 points of damage.
I'll take it because that was worth it. I'm just someone passing through, and Emma looks at her hand. She looks at her chest. Those idiots didn't take my ring. They didn't take my holy symbol. They didn't take anything. Oh, this is great. This is... What is your name? My little feathery friend?
Yes, Ronin is going to shamble over and extend his hand. My name is Ronin. My friends call me Ro. And it's gonna shake Emma's hand.
It's a real lovely name. How did you end up in here? By the
Well,
way?
I suppose because of my special talent, it made me unique, but I'm a wanderer. That's a combination of wanderer and adventurer. Not too many people are like me, but I see that you might as well be a wanderer.
That's actually a really cool name. That might stick. I like that. Have you tried to get out of here yet?
Well, I'm a man of honor. These people seem to work hard. I don't like breaking the rules, so I've kind of been enjoying my stay. I Usually I'm wandering the wastelands, and I don't really know what's going on, but I think I might hang out for a few.
Emma, you notice that Ronin has no cuffs or manacles on him, so to speak of. The rooms and the bars here are tight enough to where he couldn't easily slip out, but they seem to just allow him free roam in this room that they weren't going to allow you.
Wow, wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out of here. Do you want to come with?
Suppose so. I mean, it's quite comfortable in the situation. And the Ronin is going to use telekinetic adept to bring a torch from outside the cell in directly into his hand so that it's lit with inside. Wow,
So, hold on. Because as you do, there's a small sconce on the wall that has a torch in it. The kind of already covered in holes curtain that is here in front of your cell, as you pull the torch in, it catches fire, and fire begins to spread it as you pull the torch over, as Ronan says, whoops. Is it...
Whoopsie doodle.
And Emma's gonna do prestidigitation to put it out real quick. I'd rather not burn to death, but thank you, Ronan, for the light. What can I do? So how often do they come down here for you?
Every few days, Ronan, they will bring you some form of rotten food. You've never seemed to mind it. There are some guards that will come down on duty that seem to be a bit more understanding of your lack of resistance to them, and so for making their life easier, every now and again you'll get a full loaf of bread that has no maggots, no mold on it, is a solid loaf of sourdough. But they tend to just leave you here. You seem to be fine with it, and they seem to be fine with you. You were once, for a few weeks, put up for auction for people to buy. However, with people's general lack of interest in you, they set you in the back, as if once somebody finally asks for an Aarakocra, they might be able to bring you forward, but until then, you're just on layaway back here.
I'm glad that I'm wanted. Well, they come around when the time is right. They bring me bread with extra juicy fixins sometimes. He's gonna hold up the rotting bread with disgusting maggots in it. And he's gonna pluck one and he's gonna...
I actually ate some peanuts earlier that had pretty much the same thing, so I feel you there. That actually sounds pretty tasty. If I was to get out of here, do you want to come with? I'm sure those wings would probably like to fly again, maybe? I'm picking up real weird vibes on you, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, I was kicked to wandering. I'm a little... He's gonna twitch his head very, very peculiarly. They called me weird, so I decided to hopefully find some new friends, but... So if you need to get out, it's no problem. Ronin is going to then, just, as you said, easily slip through the holes and gap of the cell.
No. Sorry, I said you couldn't very easily fit through that. Yeah. Even Emma with her kind of bony feature, they're tight enough to where you wouldn't just be able to walk out at any point in time. But there possibly are other ways that you could get out. Ronan, I need you to roll me a history check.
History? Okay.
I love Ronan.
An 11.
11. You've been here in the cell for some time, so much so you've just kind of been focused on the square of tile that you've been sitting in for a while and the kind of games you've been writing with your claws into the tile. You've never seen any other way besides the key to be able to get out of here.
Well,
in the room, there's simply that box that's next to you with the food on it, a kind of makeshift cot that you have established with some hay just thrown upon the tile, and just the empty room itself. There's no windows. You were several stories underground at this point, probably 2 stories. And so there's not much in here.
Oh. But we play a game.
You know what? And Emma looks down at her shackles. Sure.
Okay. You do the best to sound like you're in pain. And I'll make a lot of noise. And we'll see if we get an audience.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Emma's gonna make a couple hand motions and cast thaumaturgy. Ah! Oh no! Oh, my spleen! Oh, other human body parts that I absolutely have! Oh no!
Ronin is going to start fluttering his wings and making very loud, like, flapping noises and just start cawing like a mad raven.
Ronin,
That's my bread!
Ronin is covered in just a loincloth, very Samurai Jack in the early stages as far as appearance is concerned. Very dilapidated. As Emma, roll a deception for me.
I wish I could keep this. It went up on the side on a nat 20, but it's not in the tray. I wish I could keep
I
that.
don't care where it lands.
Well, it landed
long
there
as
with a
it's-
nat 20.
As long as it's flat, I'm fine with it.
Bada-bing, bada-boonga.
Despite Drew's, these organs I totally have, it does come out as really blood curdling. As you go about your screaming.
Peek that mic.
I was gonna say, can you do that? Hear that one more time? I'm sorry, it didn't come through.
Oh, sorry, it cut out.
Gotcha.
As you cry out to get everyone's attention. The red dragonborn that you saw before that had kind of cast the magic upon the tiefling comes and flings open the curtain with a small walking stick in hand as she looks in through the bars, seeing Ronin just flapping up and down and you standing and moving hands upwards. Says, "Quit making this commotion! You want to get flogged?"
Wait. I needed some water. I'm thirsty.
You want water?
Yes.
You're an unwilling.
And
That's right.
Ronin see a key on this card.
Go ahead and roll a investigation for me.
Listen here. I get thirsty too, all right? Just because I'm bones doesn't mean that the bones don't get thirsty.
They have very dry bones. And I rolled a 16.
16. She definitely does have a small set of keys hidden beneath her cloak. You can hear them rattling as she walks and talks to Emma. She says, "You want some water? You're feeling thirsty? Would you like some cold?" As she holds her staff up and casts Cold Touch on you.
What does that have to do with water?
Or Chill
That's
Touch.
just-
Sorry.
It's just rude.
Seemingly enjoying this, she kind of smirks in the dark. I need you. Oh, actually, this is a spell attack. I thought it was a save. Okay, then you take.
Cool.
For some reason, I thought it was.
Awesome. If she's damaging me, then I'm going to look at her as I'm getting this chill and be like, but why? That makes just as much sense as me setting you on fire, as I'm going to do a Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
Oof.
So you take 14 points of chill damage, or necrotic damage for Chill Touch, as you kind of crumple up. As you say, that makes as much sense as you rebuke her.
Yeah,
is
I'm
that
gonna
a
do that at
yeah.
second level too.
Do it?
So let's do 3d10. Why not? All right, so we've got 10, 3, so 13. And that's a 6, so 19 fire damage.
Okay.
As it just sprouts out from her feet, just.
Being that she is a red dragonborn, when you light her aflame, she kind of stumbles back a little bit, but she looks more annoyed than anything, as it doesn't quite have the purchase you would like for it to on her. Obviously,
I look at her and I say, that was the whole point. I asked for water. You give me a cold spell. makes just as much sense as me setting a red dragonborn on fire. I just wanted some water.
She looks over to Ronin and says, if you flog that one there, I will give you extra rations today.
Ronin, if you flog that one there, I will get you free.
Don't listen to her, Ronin.
Don't
You've been
listen to
very
her.
kind.
Ronin, don't you listen to her.
Ronin's gonna be like, bread, friend. Ronin's gonna grab the plate that the bread was on. It's all shiny.
Mhm.
He's like, shiny, and he's gonna start kind of like moving the plate so that it's reflecting light into the cell. And while this is going on, he's going to try and use his psionic powers to lift the key off the belt of the guard.
So you're just trying to distract her with a shiny plate?
Yes. Because it clearly just distracting Ronin while he's doing it, so it must work on everyone else.
Roll a performance.
Oh god.
Oh god.
The shiny plate makes Bird happy. Must
Does a
have seen
7
me
work?
Bring me her ass.
Oh. As you begin shining the plate back and forth, as you're like, bird friend, shiny, as you hold the plate upwards, and with your other hand looking at her, shiny. Yes, you can. Even Emma, you can clearly hear the keys jangle and begin to be pulled out of the Red Dragonborn's back pocket as she reaches and quickly grabs the keys and says, "Ronin, I thought better of you," as she begins to whirl up a spell with her
Ooh.
staff.
I wouldn't do that. You see, I've made a friend.
Okay. As
Because if she's gonna cast a spell, I'm gonna cast a spell in reaction as well.
okay, she begins swirling the magic around in the air. You begin to see a myriad of colors form before she reaches through the bars and grabs one of your arms with the feathers, Ronin, and pain just shoots upwards through it as these colors like shoot up through the skin and the quills in your feather as you begin feeling heavy necrotic damage upon you. Emma, are you reacting in some way?
I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt at second level.
Just making sure you're
And-
not counterspelling, so she's going to go ahead and do that damage.
I don't have counter spells, so that's okay.
Ronin.
He's definitely gonna react.
Yeah, I'm sure. Ronin, as you are inflicted with wounds, whatever spell that might be, you take a solid 29 points of necrotic damage.
As that happens, Ronin is going to do his best to cast a protective field. So he's gonna roll a d8
Do it.
plus 2 to reduce the damage.
Do it.
Oof, and that's an 8, baby. So
Hey, 19 damage then.
so he only takes 19.
As she grasps your arm, the rainbows begin shooting upwards as you then almost kind of flutter out your feathers as they begin to glow in a... What color would you say that your magic is?
His psionic abilities, I would say, are like an amethyst purple, somewhat
As-
light in a shimmering way.
As a kind of outline of purple goes across all of your feathers, it almost shakes the magic off as a bunch of particles of the 5 various colors of Tiamat go flying in the air. Emma, you said you were going to cast a spell?
Yeah, 24 radiant damage.
What was the to hit?
The to hit was 17.
Yes, it does hit. Okay. 24 radiant damage?
Yeah, Guiding Bolt
Okay.
at second level.
As she is now glowing a bright green. She
Look, Ronin, I made it brighter.
Shiny.
She instead steps back and closes the curtain, obscuring your view as you hear murmuring on the other side. You hear cheering coming from all of the people inside of the cells down from where you're at, before you hear her kind of yelling out, "Quiet, quiet!" As she seems to be getting further and further away, going to possibly get other people.
Ronin wants to throw the plate at her. Like Captain America.
This is why you don't imprison Emma.
Yeah, it'll be a very difficult shot because she closed the curtain, but you know, if you throw hard enough, it could probably go right through. It's already a very hole-filled curtain. So go ahead and roll a to hit with that. We'll do strength then, since you said like Captain America.
Okay, more like Hawkeye, so you know, very dexterous.
You know, like a ninja stars instead. I changed my mind. Yeah. Okay, so roll a regular to hit, and whatever you would use as plates are pretty versatile, you know.
Okay, so we'll say that's an unarmed strike. We'll use those stats. Cool. An 18 to hit. And while Ronin does that, he's going to put the force of psionic strike to that, if that's possible.
Okay. So describe what the psionic strike does.
So a psionic strike is basically just giving it, you can propel your weapons with a psionic force. So he's using the force of his abilities, of the mind, to launch this plate at the guard. And that's an additional 1d8 plus 2 damage.
Good. So, Ronin, as the guard closes the curtains and runs offward, you begin hearing the cheering of the crowd as you toss the plate, and with the power of your mind, send it flying so fast that it shreds completely through the curtains. But with the extra AC that the curtain gives of not knowing where this guard is, your plate flies through, and you can see the hole that it makes and the surrounding purple energy of the plate as it flies out forward, hitting a young dwarf in one of the cages in the back of the head, who was steering at you and the guards, or hassling the guards.
Ronin's just gonna scream out, "Bring more bread!"
Emma, now knowing that more people are coming, she comes over to Ronin's side of the cage, because I imagine it's like two cages right next to each other with the bars in
No,
between.
you're in one cage.
Oh, we're together.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I thought we were in two separate cages with
No,
like
you're
a
both
wall
in
between us.
the
We're
defects
Sellies.
cage.
Oh, well, I was gonna do something, but I don't need to do that anymore. So, give me just one moment, Ronin, and Emma's gonna place the ring down on the ground and quickly.
Ronin,
back
you see
out.
this skeletal figure disappear before you in green lightning that goes down into a ring that bing, bing, before it immediately bounces back up as Emma appears and grabs the ring out of the air.
Sorry, I needed to free my wrist up a little bit. Those darn pesky shackles. And Emma hands the shackles over to Ronin. You make use of these?
Ronin wants to, he'll grab the shackles and weigh them. How much space of like chain link is there in between each shackle?
There's maybe about 4 inches of chain before the other shackle.
Ronin's gonna take it and he's gonna kind of like do a twirl in his finger. This might be useful.
It's perfect. That's what I was hoping. Are you ready to fight out of here? Because they're gonna kill you, Ronin, eventually. And once they figure out what to do with you.
If I get my hands on the sword, I'll know exactly what to do with them.
Hey, you people cheering and that. Hello?
You hear
Quickly, hello?
as your voice, being that there's so many kind of cheers is what's going on here, is just drowned out in the crowd.
Oh, okay, thaumaturgy.
That's what I figured,
You
yeah.
people!
As you quickly deaden the room in silence, as you hear several, "Oh, get the guard up!" before silence as you hear, "You people!" Continue.
Hello. We're gonna get you out of here. I have more people on the outside. They're eventually gonna, hopefully, probably not come and save me, but I have high hopes that they will come save
Don't
us.
trust her! The tiefling that you had before. She speaks a lie. She said that she would get me out, but I'm still here.
Fuck you! I untied you.
Ronin's gonna go up to the tiefling and be like, I'm a man that follows the 8 virtues of Bushido. I am a man of integrity, compassion, honor. We will save these people if you shut your effing mouth. Ronin wants to put his hand over the shackled tiefling's face.
Oh, no, so they're in other
Different
cells.
room.
You two are in a back room alone. The rest of these people are in very open jail cells in this other room. You two are in the back, almost like a closet jail cell for the unwanteds.
There's a mop and a bucket in the corner. It's really a janitor closet.
Yeah, grab a
I shoved
mop
it to-
and a bucket.
Like I said, I untied you. It's not my fault you got caught.
She holds her head dejectedly at that, not really having anything to say.
Yeah,
You-
that's what I thought. We're gonna rescue all of you people.
An orc next to the fallen dwarf in the cage, hands
Oh, no.
shackled, rakes his shackles up against the iron bars and says, "Yeah, you better do it quick, because if they don't kill you, I'll kill you down here." And he
Maybe we
begins
don't
trying
let
to like
that one out.
pull on the iron bars, but he is
I-
decrepit
I-
and with not much muscle left over on him as he tries to pull against it.
Yeah, we'll probably leave that one here.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do this real quick. Do you have a way to get out?
Ronin, roll
I have an
history
idea.
again.
Okay. That is a dirty 20.
Ronin. Oh, yes. You remember. This actually, Ronin, you slide the box out of the way. There's a small door down here meant to be a crawl space that they asked you not to use it, and so from day one you've never looked at it. But there is a small door down here.
Well, I do remember something they told me about, but to not touch, and I'm a man of honor.
Okay, well, let me touch it for you so that, you don't have to actually touch it. How about
That's
that?
true.
Okay, where is it?
One of
Show
my
me.
virtues is courage and
That's I love
integrity
you.
and
Shut
loyalty.
up and
So
show me where it is, Ronan.
Ronan is gonna start looking through things that are not the box first, because he's trying to remember.
Ronan,
So he's-
they're coming.
I'm finding it. Give me time.
As you
don't
slide
have
the
time.
box, there is a small kind of ring handle for the door here that would open up this crawl space. You kind of pull on the ring gently, but it's not going to budge. This seems to have been unused for quite some time. It might take some strength between the two of you to open it up.
Is this what you wanted?
Yeah, for you to get out. Now let's try and open this.
Well, no. I suppose. I guess I'm not one for breaking rules.
Do you both try and open it?
Yeah.
Or Ronan, do you just stand there and let Emma try?
Well, Ronan is gonna let Emma try first, but then notice that their friend is
Well,
trying their best,
let's
and
see if Emma
he's a
can
man
open
of
it.
loyalty. So
Yeah, with that -1. Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
Yeah, Ronan, Emma puts one foot on the wall and tries to open it before her left arm falls off because it wasn't quite back in the spot that it was supposed to be again. Definitely going to need your help to get this open.
Ronan's gonna pick up the arm and kind of do a slap motion with the arm back into the socket, so it goes right back in.
What was that?
And go.
What?
Aw.
And Ronan's gonna attempt to bust this door open.
Okay, both of you roll me another strength check. Just straight mod.
God damn.
Ronan got a 12.
I had a 16, but now it's a 15.
Ooh, that actually is all that you need. 25 is the total combined. As Ronan, you begin pulling upon the door, as Emma gets her arm back into place. You both grab onto the ring. It's kind of uncomfortable. It hurts getting both of your fingers in there before you begin to hear the heavy stone door of this little kind of crawl space here slide and move its way open. As you do so, you begin to hear the murmurings and the yelling from the other cellmates pick up as somebody seems to have come in. As Ronin, you're very familiar with anytime the guards come down here, the other jailmates, I guess is the best way to describe it, or slaves that are down here, are one to act up and try and cause a commotion down here. And so somebody seems to be coming back.
Oh, sounds like the bread bringer is here.
All right, now watch this, Ronin. Emma's gonna do silent image and have both of them appear back into the cage. And because I assume we shut the door after we leave.
Have
Did
y'all
we shut
gone
the
in
door?
there?
Have
Are you
we
going to go
left?
in the crawl space?
Oh, we're in, I thought we were in it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. That's my asking is, are you staying here waiting for these people, or are you going into the crawl space?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Both of you have
so
to
I
get on
make them
hand.
both appear.
Okay, you create a silent image there. Both of you have to get on hands and knees to be able to crawl in through this. It is basically a small little passageway that it's maybe about 5 feet of crawling like that before you can stand up. Both of you would be pretty close together before there's a small ladder that leads upwards from this location. Do you close the door behind you or not?
Of the crawl space, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So closing it, because of how you're going to have to hold it, there's always going to be a small little hole there because you have to pull your fingers in. But you do create a silent image. And as you get it closed, you begin hearing the bread maker or the bread bringer yell at the two images saying, "Back up! Back up! Flog him, Ronin! What are you doing? Ronin!"
Ronin's going to use his telekinesis and move the box slightly in front of the door and pretend that he didn't hear this because he is just simmering in his mind that he's breaking the rules.
As these two silent images stand there, as Emma looks, like cross-armed, Ronin stands there without moving. So they're like, "Ronin, what are you doing?" The box slides across the tile, blocking the small little passageway, making it very hard to hear out, so you don't know what's going on anymore before you turn and look at the ladder that leads up. It's maybe about 40 feet up before you do actually see some small amount of light at the top of the trap door that would be from this passageway.
Oh, okay. Ronin is going to grab Emma and a nice hold.
Oh God!
Oh, she hugs you.
And Ronin is going to use his telekinetic movement, or no, sorry, not that movement. His psi-powered leap, and just jettison us straight up the ladder.
So just to boom and try and go right out the trapdoor.
Exactly.
Okay, since you're doing the psi-powered leap and holding on to Emma, both of you roll me a con save.
Oh Jesus! What have you done to me, Ronin?
Ronin, help friend go up, up.
Okay, I'm about it. That's a 22 for me.
Oh, good.
12 for Roni.
Well, Roni, you got the lesser of the scores, and so you choose to hold Emma's head below yours, meaning that you take the brunt of the impact of the trap door as you fly upwards. It does fly up and open. It's luckily a wooden trapdoor, not a stone one. Otherwise, you and Emma might be soup on the top, dripping down. As you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage, it's not a lot. As the trapdoor flies open, you move outwards and land on the ground, feet kind of over the opening of this trapdoor here.
The first thing I'm doing is preparing a spell before I see anything, if that's all right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm preparing a hold person as soon as we get out.
So, Ronan, you remember when you were first brought here. they offered you room and board here. The Church of Tiamat promised you food, breads of various manner, many, many grains in which to eat. They even housed you for a night. There were several pews here amidst the brass statue of Tiamat that is in the back of the church, right behind the kind of what's the like the podium in which the preacher would speak. There are several, probably a dozen pews on both seats. A lectern, thank you very much. I didn't know if it was lectern. I thought that was only academic.
No,
Jakey with the
lectern's,
big brain.
also
It
for
or
listening.
it could
Podium
be
is freestanding. Lectern is planted.
Perfect.
or it could be a pulpit.
Pulpit's the big one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is a lectern in front of a small stone altar there. You remember this. You also remember being brought off to one of the side rooms where they took most of your gear and laid it out while you went for a shower for the night. Before, in the shower, you were ambushed and dragged down to the cellars below. So you know the layout of this place at least decently well, and you see it pretty immediately as once you pop up and out from this small little trap door here on the side, maybe 10 feet off from the little lectern here and the altar in front of the lectern, in the middle of a sermon, a woman clad in robes looks over at you with wide eyes, as do the dozens of people here sitting in the pews. Several of them stand up in fright as Ronin, clutching Emma, kind of holding her legs up, stands now abreast of this trapdoor in his undergarments as Emma is holding a spell ready to cast at anyone. What are you doing here? As it seems like a solid place to break. It is 7:56.
That's such a good line to say.
Oh, do you want to go ahead for it?
Hello there.
Okay. As we'll stop there for a break. It is currently 7:57. We'll do an 8-minute break. We'll come back at 8:05. Drew, I also haven't seen the giveaway thing.
That's because it hasn't run. So what we'll do is for the next one, when we come back from break, I'll do 2 winners.
Let's go ahead and have one start right now if you can, actually.
Let's do it.
Let's do one now and one later because somebody
It's
may want
open.
this token. Perfect. Make sure you do the giveaway because it should be open right now. Perfect. For that token, we'll be back in 8 minutes and we'll see you all very soon.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Welcome back from the break, everybody. So glad to have you. Hopefully you entered that giveaway. If not, we're going to have another one tonight. So no big deal, especially since we kind of forgot to start it. No big deal for there either. Drew, why don't you go ahead and stop that giveaway so that we can win that mystery token. And while that's happening, we got to...
Whitefall.
We gotta zoom in, Jakey.
I brought my inspiration farm.
Oh.
They got their jammers on.
Hi, Max. Hey, Zoe.
There you go.
Oh, it's got
Did I
a
get
Minecraft
anything for
shirt.
Dean?
Well, Dean has his shirt on this time, so obviously no. We only do Dean's OnlyFans.
We only get it when your shirt's off.
Yeah, okay. Now he's
What's great is it must be very white, so it's just blending with the.
My very white family.
So Jackie gets an inspo, Brie gets an inspo, Drew, you already got yours earlier, and Will, did you show your pup off?
I'm about to right now.
Do I get 2?
Look at that shadow.
Look at her cross-legged. She is a lady.
What a lady. Inspo to you. No, you don't get 2, you cheater.
But I had to birth both of them.
Mirrodin
It's
White
package
Fall.
deal.
I heard there was doodles already, Jakey boy.
Yeah, not that you get to see yet.
Ooh.
You gotta
Alright.
wait. You gotta wait, you spicy cowboy.
I'm on 9 inspo, by the way, which is a first for Brie.
Mirrodin Whitefall, congratulations on winning the token. You win what is called a Demon's Blood token. So, when somebody dies, that blood will be offered up to a demon, meaning a greater demon will be summoned right at their corpse, not belonging to any one person. Could cause some chaos to both sides in the battlefield. So, excited for that one. Once somebody dies, you can just say, hey, I think a greater demon should spawn there, and we'll make that happen. So congratulations on that one, Whitefall. Drew, go ahead and start up that second mystery.
Let's
Boom.
go.
Perfect. Make sure everybody enters that one, and let's continue right where we left off. As Ronin, you now hold Emma in your hands, straddling over this hole that is this trap door here, with what look to be normal folk here in the pews. The woman standing with the robes has long red hair, probably down to the back of her waist, as she stares and looks over and says, "What are you doing here?" As that's when you turn and do that. Hello there.
Ronin. Hello there. The rat's taken care of.
She seems to know and recognize you. Ronan, you haven't seen her before. However, her eyes seem to give away that she knows what's happened here and where you two have come from. Though most of the people in the pews here seem to be very confused to what's going on. She says, "Some of the exterminators here."
And hold person.
Do you cast it on her?
Yeah.
So as she says, "Some of the what save is that?"
A wisdom, please.
Perfect. Your DC.
Hopefully 15.
15?
15?
As you barely are able to get it off. She turns and says, some of the exterminators here must have just come out from the
Yeah,
Hold-
don't let her
hold in
lie to
place.
you. There's a bunch of slaves downstairs, and these people are sacrificing people to a deity. Ooh, spooky, spooky. Oh, you should leave.
Listen not to this unwilling filth. This is an intruder. I must have been mistaken. Please cast them out from the temple. As
Is
If
Ronin-
there's guards, then you better tell them there's slaves downstairs. I'm legitimately telling you, Ronan, show them the shackles.
As Ronin kind of like as holding Emma still as this is going on,
Put me down.
he's going to like shimmy the shackles that are in his hand and shake them, but he's going to look around the room and see if there's any like chests or any cabinets or kuros that
There-
might be holding anything in particular.
They're
Sorry if you hear a whiny dog. She's
No.
very happy to be on stream.
Are you looking for what I think you're looking for, or are you looking to rob the joint real quick?
Looking for clothes and my
Okay.
stuff.
Right behind this woman who is currently held in place, there is a chest right beneath this bronze statue of Tiamat. So not terribly far, maybe about 15 feet from where you're at.
Ronan's going to place Emma back onto the floor
Thank you
in
very
a
much.
standing position. He's going to throw the shackles in a spiral motion through the center of the pews so that all in the chapel can see and run towards the chest that he believes might be holding his stuff.
You see this woman is attempting to break free of this spell. As she does so, behind the lectern where you're at, you see a small, what looks to be white dragon, almost baby-like creature next to her, on behind, like almost in the little cabinet part of the lectern there, that seems to be hidden from most of the view, but as you come by, it kind of hisses at you as you run over towards the chest. Drew or Emma, you can feel her trying to break free of your spell, and she seems to have quite a strong pull. You don't know that you'll be able to hold her for very long.
Ronan, hurry!
Ronan.
Are any of the people reacting in the audience? Are they just looking at us like we're two weirdos?
There's quite a few murmurs going on between all of them. Some of them have stood up and are like moving their way into the aisle. You can hear a few of them. One man yells up and says, "Where is the truth in this? You speak that they have slaves down there? What have you? Where have you even come from? I do not know you."
I came from the pits where the slaves are.
Leave her! I'm a good guy! As I continue to run towards the chest.
Ronan, you get to the chest. It appears to be unlocked, and you can quickly flip it open if you'd like to.
I would love to.
As you do so, there are several robes within here, all of them kind of white with emblazoned on the chest a 5-headed dragon of a myriad of colors. There are also several knives in small scabbards here that appear to be incredibly ornate, and cups of pewter and silver with gems emblazoned upon them.
Ronan wants to throw the robes out as if he's like quickly trying to get to work, just throwing them behind his shoulders, searching through. He's gonna kind of like grab a couple of the knives as us go, and he's going to, I suppose, tie it to his scantily clad loincloth and continue to search in this chest.
Okay. You know that your goods are in a different room if that's what you're trying to look for. But here, the best you can be described is finding several items that look like they would be quite useful for ritual sacrifice. There are incense burners that seem to be in the shape of that kind of 5-headed dragon made of pewter and polished metal down in here. Several of the goblets seem to have dried blood inside of them, as do the skulls that seem to have been petrified or made out of gold down inside of this chest.
Ronan's going to grab the skulls, one in each hand. Hold them up and say, "See, these are the slaves!" And throw them in the air, trying to maintain a distraction of the items being thrown as he's sprinting around like a mad bird that he is to search for his goods.
Roll a persuasion, both Emma and Ronan. As the man who's kind of spoke up for the people in the audience says, "Yvain, what truth is there in this? They speak of slaves. What, you dabble in slavery?"
Non-natural 20.
A very natural 15.
Good. As the man seems to be believing you and wanting to find the truth from this woman up at the front. As Ronan, you hold up the skulls of slaves. Yvain says, "Listen not to them," as she tries to pull free from this magical grasp and says, "Those are the skulls of our forefathers. They give themselves freely."
You keep them in a box? That's kind of weird. There's totally slaves. Someone go get some guards, please.
As almost on cue, Winter, Ordell, Ashrin, Ritter, Elijah, and Joe. Ruckus has run up to the front of a church where Winter, Ashrin, and Ordell, I need the three of you to roll history. Elijah and Ritter, with their nat 1, know nothing.
That's me.
Nat 20, hey!
Yeah.
Nat 2.
Congratulations.
Two crew.
Very natural too.
13.
13. Ruckus pulls up to the front of this church where you see several dragonborn of a myriad of color, red, black, green, blue, and I forget the other color of white. All clad in robes with a 5-headed dragon upon them. And the woman that you saw Emma speak with before seemed to kind of hurriedly jog upwards towards the front of this church. All of you stand there kind of awkwardly. Sorry, I'm trying to get my way through as Ruckus is like pointing inwards towards the church. You all kind of stand at the front of it with the doors open as you hear a commotion before you suddenly hear Emma's voice loudly. "Can somebody get a guard over here?" As Joe stands up. "I am the guard in which you seek. Somebody has called upon a guard, a hero for them all. One who can do..."
Are all the guards like this? Shut up! There's got slaves.
Wait. Hear him out.
Slavery.
I
The oldest and most unwise of all professions. I would put a stop to that most immediately, and post haste I would.
Pyrotechnics! Ordell's gonna shoot one of his things at the lady with the fluffy hat.
Did you shoot it
Just
at her
yells
or
at
the
the top
hat?
of his lungs, pyrotechnics.
You try and burn her or the hat?
I think burning her hat would probably like throw her off. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay. As Ordell reaches back and shoots a jet of fire, immediately shooting the top of her hat off. And you can see she wears the hat for a reason. She has some early thinning of the hair up at the top going on. It is very much a status symbol in where she wears the white fur. She said, "Seize them! They would attack the church and lie to us blindly." As Emma and Ronin, Emma and Ronin, you suddenly feel your grasp upon the woman in robes break free as she kind of breaks through the shackle of magic and pulls her robes off, revealing black leathers with the Tiamat's heads emblazoned upon the shoulders and chest piece there. A sword hidden beneath her large, what looked to be priestly robes, but more concealing the weaponry and armor from before. As she stands now, noticing the menace in her bright blue eyes, what looked to be kind of pacified beneath your magic now stand eerily blue as they look towards you and Ronin. Ronin, you keep rummaging through the chest, but you now hold the two skulls upwards and one dagger in your belt. As she says, "Liars! Everyone seize them in the name of Tiamat."
You're gonna believe the lady who just ripped off her clothes to reveal leathers and things?
Very much like Gandalf, her voice begins to boom, and you can almost hear it come out of the brass statue from behind, and it sounds different, near draconic and deep. She says, "The interlopers would try and dissuade you. They are false."
Emma's gonna come back with thaumaturgy. This bitch crazy. She's got slaves. Like as loud as what this woman's trying to do, Emma's doing right back about they got slaves.
The dragonborn that are standing there at the front say, "No, we don't. There's no evidence for slavery here.
We showed you the shackles, Ronin.
We keep our ne'er-do-wells who would steal just the skulls of our founding father like he tried to do before. We keep
So
them.
wait, you
put
have
the
less people
skulls-
on site? You have like a holding facility? Because that, even if it's not slaves, that is illegal and against like normal jurisdiction.
Yes,
You can't
it
hold
is.
people against their will.
Yes.
That is
Honor,
our job.
loyalty.
Emma looks back to Winter. Is this guard on drugs?
This god speaks the truth.
Then tell him
Yes.
to go downstairs where the slaves are and go rescue them.
You are all coming to justice here, any of you slavers.
What?
We're exterminators. She said it herself. I put the skulls very gingerly back down and continue to sprint around the room like a chicken with its head cut off, looking for other chests.
As you go to run, the woman in the black leather armor runs over and tries to grasp you by the throat. Go ahead and roll me a dex save.
Oh, okay. A dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. As she doesn't really sprint for you. It seems more that she feels like it's her right, and how dare you stand against her more than anything. She goes over to grasp you, but you quickly, with your Bushido speed, duck out of the way of the hand as she grasps at nothing as you run off into one of the other rooms where you know the chests from before to be. Seemingly dissuaded by this, Emma being the largest threat against her control over the people here within the pews, she looks over to you, and I need you to roll a charisma save, Emma.
Oh, Spagootios. Well, maybe not. That's a natural 16 plus 6. So numbers 23.
You can feel just basal fear build up from inside your lack of, but your gut, from the very center of you. You can feel the fear build up. However, your patron says your soul belongs to her, and you shall not bow to this dead god, and prevents you from being magically inclined by this woman.
Not today. They got slaves. Somebody go downstairs. There are slaves.
The man says, "Let us put an end to this. I shall see once and for all if there are slaves. I will see for all of us. I am good in this church, and you will see what is
I
true."
think multiple people should go with you, not just you, because like, what if they like enslave you? I'm just throwing it out there. Think maybe the guard should go with you.
No.
Yes.
If the ne'er-do-wells are here, it is my job to stop the ne'er-do-wells.
And maybe we should all go downstairs together and look to see if there are slaves there.
Did you see? Before we go down there, Emma
sorry,
like stops for a second, like trying to like look at this lady, this dragon lady, and looking back at the group. Did you see an old lady with like a white hat fursuit? You know the one.
You can see her outside the door.
Yeah, or Dell burnt a hole in her hat.
Oh, you! I'm coming for you. And Emma points at her.
Joe looks to you, standing stalwart. Winter. You can all hear him go, "I'm sorry, is this not what I thought I would?"
Oh, it's good. It's good. The next scene is when we take the audience down to see the slaves and we set the slaves free. Keep going. You're doing well.
Come with me down to the bottom. I like a good bottom as we head down to the slaver's pen.
Bottom. Right, guys?
Right, yes. Come with me, audience, and we shall see what is truly what.
Can I? Sorry, I was just gonna say, how many of these like official typey people? There's the person that was at the podium, and then like how many lackeys can we identify?
There seems to be one dragonborn of each color, Ivana Monia, and the woman up at the top.
So 6?
7.
6? 7. Can I cast Cause Fear on let's go with
So there's the 6 that are near you, and the kind of woman who is leading the worship is maybe about 60 feet or so inward, in behind all the, to the front of the church.
How many of them are within 30 feet of me?
There'd be 6 of them. That'd be Ivana Monia and one dragonborn of
All
each color.
except the other one. Okay. Can I cast it on 4 of them, please?
Sure. Which ones?
Let's just go the ones that are kind of closest to me, and I'm gonna like be very theatrical about it. I'm gonna put my hands out and start casting the spell, and the green energy kind of moves from me outwards, and I'm gonna just yell, all those bad people, be gone, and be very dramatic in the delivery of my spell. And then they need to make a wisdom save, please.
Okay. So you're saying 4 of the dragonborn, correct? Okay.
Correct, yeah.
I'll just pick in my order.
You remember campaign 1 when we thought there were doppelgangers? That's what's going into Emma's head right now.
So my rolls were 1, 1, 2, and 11.
Oh, that's not good, Ryan.
The 11 does pass because clerics.
Oh, yeah, with save of 16.
Yeah. So the black, the green, and the red dragonborn look up at you and say, Perhaps we should leave," and begin to step backwards, pulling their staves away and beginning to move away. However, as you do this, almost seemingly in reaction, the woman up at the front of the altar seems to be quite done with this. Emma, you look over at her. Her eyes begin to glow an even brighter blue. as she reaches down underneath the pew and seems to grab something before, as she comes back upwards, you can see scales begin to form on her left arm and move up the entirety of her body as her hand turns into a white form before slowly you can see she's in the middle of transforming into some scaled creature.
Ashwin, I can get a lot of guards here really quickly, but do I do it? Pyrotechnic! I'm gonna use burning hands on like up any tapestries or anything. Ordell's gonna set the building on fire.
As Ordell, so you say
downstairs.
pyrotechnics, you shoot both hands outwards at several of the multicolored tapestries within this temple here. When you do so, you are met with the heat and the cold kind of contradicts each other, and the heat coming off from your hands may seem to stop almost in its tracks, where this white dragon, a dragon of some significant size, now stands behind the pew, knocking over the lectern, and breathes out a jet of white cold across the followers within the actual pews themselves, seeming to freeze them to the chairs, causing them to be unable to move and die.
I hope there's like a child in the service that's like, best Sunday service ever.
Best Sunday service. As the child is like immediately frozen by the white dragon's cold
Terminator
cold
2.
Oh man, my ice cream is starting to melt. Oh wait!
As the white dragon now sitting upon the pew with the other dragonborns that are there, 3 of which that have run away, Ivana, the blue, and the white dragonborn now standing stalwart. Ronin, you hear some commotion finally fully gathered upon all of your gear.
Got my stuff.
What is it that you look like in your full attire? And I will tell you, because I hadn't told Will yet what his magical item is.
Well, so Ronin adorns his vestments of utter power. No, just kidding. He's wearing essentially a solid black samurai outfit, you know, with the chunky, like, rectangle plates on his shoulders, the shoulder pieces on the chest. There's chainmail underneath, all clad black like his feathers. Very fitting. He seems to be very snug and fit in it, but in like kind of like a tightness of when you wear clothes, you feel like you can really just like really do karate kicks. So now he kind of feels more himself wearing his armor.
As you look down at your weapon in its sheath, kind of tightening up your belt as you kind of just gently walk out from the back room where your clothes were held, you see the dragon shoot a jet of white cold over all of the people that were followers here in the pew, freezing them in their chairs. You look down at your, I will put it in chat, katana of planar holding, looking at the wrought iron of the back of the katana and the obsidian edge. You pull it out slightly and look with a slight smile on your face as you see evildoers, and your honor code finally allows you to do what you want to do.
Ronin is going to notice that it wasn't very compassionate to freeze half of the church. And Ronin is going to surge forward and make a strike on the one that was holding the service.
Oh, you're going to attack the dragon?
The dragon.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I think at that point, it's a solid time to roll initiative for everybody.
Hey Joe, by the way, we're not bards. We're travel venture. I still can't say it. We're good guys, and that's a dragon. So get in character and kick its ass.
I'm a wanderer, but I'm also a good guy.
I never break character. Some illusions you have here. See, Chris.
This man's gonna die.
Joe, your character might be to go get more guards. What would a guard do in this situation?
It's a 22 initiative with a natural 20.
Okay, let's start with Emma. Oh, you have advantage on all of your stuff for the first turn, remember?
I do.
Yeah,
I
if
just
you roll nat
realized
20s.
for the first time that this minus to dexterity is taking effect. Thanks.
Oh no.
Ashrin, what is yours?
9.
9. Ordell.
22.
Okay, since you scored the nat 20, Emma, we're going to have you go first. Winter.
18.
Did it take effect?
I rolled an 18.
Ah, Winter. Ronin.
Gentleman's 21.
What is a gentleman's 21? Is that like a baker's dozen where it's actually 13 instead of 12? Or
It's just
I
not
just,
dead.
I just did it very classy.
I see.
A gentleman's 21 is actually a 12 because it lets the lower number go first.
Oh my god. Opens the door for the lower number.
Does that mean that in this scenario, women are the lower number?
No, of course
No,
not.
because you can be a gentleman to anybody. You don't just be gentleman to women. I'm sorry,
Gentle
being
person.
a gentleman does not have like a gender thing.
Okay.
You can
It's
be
a
gentleman
lifestyle.
to anyone and by anyone.
I'm sorry to all gentlemen, okay?
If anything,
Obviously,
women
I'm
have
not
advantage of
offended.
this roll.
Right. So we're going to go Emma, Ordell, Ronan, the evil folks, Winter, the companions, Yvain, who's kind of the dragon, and Ashrin. So that's the order that we got here. Ashrin, bat and rear here. So Emma, Ordell, you're to follow. So Ronan, we're going to say as you go to step, that's like when combat's going to start. Because stuff has already been happening. This is just the official start of it. So Emma, you now stand right next to what looks to be an adult white dragon.
Emma's holding her hand and she's like, nah. That woman over there, and she points to Ivana. This is her fault, by the way, as Emma's slowly backing up away from the dragon. And Emma's gonna cast Blur on herself.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
But making it absolutely clear that this is Ivana's fault.
Okay, roll a persuasion on that.
If I can add to the persuasion while I'm rolling this, she didn't take my things away when she locked me up. Okay, persuasion plus 3, so 16.
Oh, you're trying to say it's her fault that you escaped.
Just in general.
Oh, just in
but
general. Okay, good. Right. Well, at the end of your turn, the dragon is going to do a wing attack with its legendary action. Purely at all of the people in the pew. All of the glass figures suddenly crash into each other, creating a spark of snow and frozen body parts that fly across the battlefield. It shoots all of the pews backwards, but it does create a small barricade between the door and getting inside. So if you're going to try and get in to join the dragon fight, you're going to have to do some climbing. And if you're going to try and get out and away from the dragon fight, you're going to have to do some climbing. Right. After Emma's turn, it's going to go to Ordell. Ronan, you are to follow.
Wow, what a fun time. Hey, yeah, I think Ordell's gonna. This is like our first like combat in a while. Jeez, who be? Oh my, yeah, Ordell's gonna run up like right to the dragon, and just start yelling, "This is really cool, but I need to beat you up." And yeah, he's gonna just start. Then I just started blasting but punching.
To the Dragonborn or the Dragon?
The dragon.
Okay, so y'all
is...
are, again, right outside, so you're going to have to try and climb over this collection of snow and shattered body parts and pew seating
it's
here.
just Emma and Ronan with the dragon?
Currently.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that as a thing. Can I forego, because I have 3 attacks without using key, can I forego one of my attacks and do like a sunbolt downwards, like kind of like vault over things?
Yeah, I'd let you do that to get advantage to be able to climb over this. Or jump
Heck
over.
yeah. Is this acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. Well,
Yeah.
acrobatics would be fine.
Okay.
Whichever is your higher.
22, and that's acrobatics.
Okay, then yeah, so you're gonna try and jump over it with that. So with the 22, yeah, the pews don't stack that high, so you basically do the quick Iron Man leap to hop over it. You go about 20 feet in the air. When you do so, that does provoke an attack of opportunity from one of the Dragonborn, but it's a staff whack. Doesn't hit anyway. Don't worry about it. Ronin,
Heck yeah.
I do need something from you though. Ronin, I need your AC.
My AC,
Mhm.
16.
Perfect. Awesome. As you hop up and over these pews here, you're now on the other side, about 60 feet away from the dragon. You have about
60?
about a 15-foot tall wall behind you that's kind of blocking things here.
Okay. So I used one of my punches to clear the jump.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll use a key to dash up.
Okay.
And then I'll just use my last punch to hit the dragon.
Okay.
Is that a thing I can do? Because I'd have my 2 punches, using one to spring off, and then okay, cool.
For the advantage for your movement.
Yeah.
With
so,
the dash, so since you use a lot of your movement to get up and over the thing, I would say that that's a good majority of your movement is being able to jump over that pew there, if that makes sense.
Okay, sorry, because I thought the dragon was right over the barricade. Could I have used Step of the Wind before? Because it triples my jump distance? Or doubles? I can't remember.
I'd say you
It
could do
doubles my
that.
speed and jump distance.
If you
Okay,
do the
cool.
jump distance thing, then I'd say you're maybe about 30 feet away from the dragon at this point.
Okay, so I jumped through and I've used like my bonus action for movement and I'm 30 feet away.
Mhm.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just take 2 sun bolts at it.
Okay.
No, they're both pretty squishy. Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to dash and get up in the dragon's face. I like Emma and Ronin, but I think I probably have the highest AC and health of all of us.
Okay. Yeah, you quickly dash up there. Is your AC still 17?
It's 18.
18. Okay. Just making sure I have everything correct here. So yeah, Ordell quickly hops over the pews, gets up there, as Ronin and Ordell quickly charge the dragon there. Ordell, you jump over right after the flutter of the wings crashes over everything and get right in the dragon's face as it roars mightily towards you. Okay, I think that's it for your turn, correct?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Ronin, it is your turn.
So am I attacking this dragon from behind? Since I'm coming from a back room, right?
It's currently pretty focused on doing what it's doing. Roll me a stealth check to see how fast you're able to approach it and see if it notices.
I have disadvantage on stealth, so a 9.
Solid. Your heavy chain armor does make quite a lot of noise as you approach, so it won't be a stealthy approach. You won't just have advantage on the attack.
Okay. Is it kosher to use my bonus action first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to use my bonus action of Second Wind so that I can regain a little bit of HP. So
Okay.
Ronin, in a samurai style, he's going to run up, and before he unsheaths his blade, he's going to take a deep breath in, and that is going to be his Second Wind.
Perfect.
So I'm going to roll 1d10 plus 9.
Nice.
So
That's
8
level
plus
9.
9. 17 health back. Math! Alright, so
As
Ronin
Ronin
is feeling a
quickly-
little good.
Breathes inwards before doing a jet-like attack over towards the dragon.
He's going to use his action surge so
I
that
like
he can
it.
get 2 actions. And he's going to do 4 attacks because he has an ability that allows him to attack twice per action. So that's
Nice.
4. And he's going to imbue his psychic abilities on top of the blade. So each swing is going to be...
When you say ability to attack twice per action, just as a fighter, you generally get that at level 5. Is that just what you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, your multi-attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, my multi-attack.
Cool.
And then because I'm action surging, I'm getting an additional action. So that's
Perfect.
bada bing, bada boongus. But
4 attacks.
if these hit, he's going to add an additional damage to these attacks.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll.
Roll your
I'll just
4
roll for all
attacks.
4.
Yeah.
You got it.
After
All right,
Ronin
so-
will be the baddies, and then Winter it'll be your turn while you're rolling, just to keep everybody aware and thinking about their actions.
His first slash is an 11.
Does not hit.
His second slash, is a 7.
Does not hit.
His third slash is a 9.
Dude, how low are you rolling? What's your like actual dice roll?
I'm using the app, and now I'm going to use a real die for the last one.
On this build up.
Because my +5 is adding to these, so these are very low rolls. Oh, last one is a crit fail.
Why aren't you rolling the dice I made for you, boy?
I did on the last one.
Oh,
So
no.
my dicey encounter
By
dice.
Dicey Encounters dice.
DiceyCountersDice.com.
Jackie knows the website. It's Ronin. Not today, kids.
God damn it!
Runs up to the dragon. All this build up. This amazing sword walks up, slices 4 times, and in almost a blink, he is at this dragon's leg, slicing 4 times deeply at its legs, each time bouncing off the hard dragon scales upon its legs. Perhaps slicing might not be the best idea, but so much as stabbing in, trying to get beneath the scales. It almost sounds like metal upon metal as you go against these icy dragon scales. Ooh, sometimes them's the breaks.
So as Ronin clings off of the dragon's scales, he's gonna do a nice flourish backflip back and go.
Why wouldn't you?
"Ah, tougher than you look."
Perfect. As it goes to the baddie's turn. So the black dragon, the green dragon, and the red dragon, they spend the majority of their turn running as far away from you all as they can. And in doing so, there's a few people who are going to get opportunity attacks. Joe, Elijah, Ritter, Ashran, and Winter can make attacks of opportunity on them. Yes, Winter?
Are there children with Ritter?
They are not. They can't command them and tell them what to do.
So where are they?
They're back at the inn.
We pan over to them playing cards, but none of them knows how to play, so it's just, aww.
Cool! I love that. I love that as a necromancer that I don't have any of the things that make me cool.
Hey, you know
Sweet.
what? You're gonna have so many corpses really soon right here. It'll be easy.
And to be fair, like the town people weren't really comfortable with them around anyways, so
Yeah, you know, except for that one guy who did walk around with some necromancy things. They were cool with him, but
Yeah.
oh, never mind.
Cool.
well, we had them
I
stay at
have
the
less
inn with
Well, slots.
Ronan and
but-
Elijah, but they can't command them, so there would have had to have been a delay in time.
I get it. Yeah.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Right. So, if you all would like to make an attack of opportunity on them, you can. Even Winter with your staff or dagger, you can. As they try and run away.
Does a 14 hit?
Sure.
It
I'll
does
stab him.
actually.
Okay.
We're gonna have to see what a wizard can do with the dagger because I ain't got no spell slots left.
12 points piercing.
12 points piercing. Okay. As the black dragonborn runs away, kind of stumbles in the snow for a second, Ashran and Elijah take the opportunity to bring their blades down upon it, causing deep gouges into the back of its thigh. So solid damage. As they run away, they quickly turn face and try and cast some
Sorry,
magic.
Ryan. Did I get my opportunity attack?
Oh, I thought you said you missed. I'm dumb if you didn't.
17.
Oh, yeah, you do hit then.
Cool. And it's 5.
5 damage. Solid extra hit in there, though. As, yeah, all 3 of you then descend upon the black dragonborn as it runs away due to your magic. As the black dragonborn, the green dragonborn, and the red dragonborn run away, they are each going to fire guiding bolts that appear to be quite powerful towards you. So we're going to fire 1 at Ashran, 1 at Winter, and 1 at Elijah, since you're the ones that hit them.
Are they within 30 feet of me?
No, you are about
Okay.
what would be 80 feet away from them, and they're outside.
My
Okay,
AC is now a 20 on ranged attacks because of the
the shield.
mm-hmm.
18 on normal, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then, yeah, the first one that flies towards Asher, and with your new magically inclined shield, you pop it up as this bolt of black energy flies towards you as you quickly throw it offwards. It actually ricochets off somewhere in towards the town, and you can hear a loud crash in the distance. Winter and Elijah, however, are less fortunate as these guiding bolts strike home, dealing...
So my 10 GFY is murdering everybody.
Dealing
Bring slaves.
23 radiant damage into you and Elijah Winter. Good. As the other three, or not the other three, the other two that are here, the blue and the white dragonborn, run up towards.
Can I chuck up shield?
Yeah, you can. That brings your AC up to 18, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It still does go through. They rolled a 15 on their dice, but thank you for reminding. As you quickly throw it up, this is actually a good indication of their power as the bolt flies through and still hits you into the shoulder. But the blue and the white dragonborn reach outward, doing a similar magical effect to what they did to Ronin, creating a rainbow of swirls as they reach towards Ritter and towards Joe and try and inflict wounds upon them. I already forgot if inflict wound is a save or no, it's a spell attack.
It's a melee spell attack.
Yeah. So Ritter quickly dodges out of the way as the blue dragonborn reaches out towards him. However, Joe says, "You can't hurt me, evil." As the inflict wounds at third level does a sizable amount of damage to him. It's same level they did it to you, Ronan. Ooh.
Oh god, did they just murder Joe?
Joe Schmo.
Joe's dying on the ground. So
Oh no.
Joe's not having a good time.
Yeah, but what's
As
his motivation?
fair enough.
Right, I'll be with you soon, Joe.
The final laugh.
As Ivana pulls out a small vial and pops it open before throwing blood upwards and into the air. As it springs forward, on the top of the pew pile there, seemingly guarding between the dragon and anybody trying to make their way in. Ronan, this interests you a great deal as a demon clad in armor, not too dissimilar to yours, with the kind of rectangular blocking shoulders on the side and a long katana off to the edge,
it's an Oni.
and a very Oni-like face with tusks moves outwards, standing maybe 10, 12 feet tall, kind of crushes down on some of the wooden pews before, as Ivana's like, "You should have just given up and died," before kind of pulling out her own small little dagger with her now very thin tear. But that's it for their turn, because I'm going to have to roll initiative for that thing. Okay, it will come back around. So that's going to go to Winter.
Coolio. I feel sick. But I am gonna cast Summon Undead.
Good. I like it.
And so my eyes are gonna roll back into my head and they're gonna like be kind of filmed by this like green energy that pulses out from my body, and I'm gonna create a oh no. I'm gonna create an undead spirit. Let's go with putrid.
Just like last time.
And yeah, let's go with that.
As you reach upwards with your magic, pulling up the chunks and bits of people that were frozen into the pews before, moving them out from beneath the Oni's feet. Where are you summoning this creature?
Like right up near this fucking dragon, man.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
you're gonna have it help fight.
Dragon. Yeah, and any creature within 5 feet of that spirit has to succeed on a con save.
Okay. All creatures or enemy creatures?
all creatures.
Okay. So that's going to
Crazy.
be Ordell and Ronin also need to make that save.
Ooh, is there any way I can put it? I can kind of put it not near them. It's 5 feet.
What's the casting range for the spell?
It is casting range is 90 feet.
Oh, then yeah, you could get it onto the side where Emma was standing, and they wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, sweet. I'd like to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I thought it was 60 feet. So yeah, this horrible abomination of blood and guts.
Actually, sorry, can I make it a ghost instead of putrid?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You pull some of the spirits that are currently trying to make their way to the afterlife peacefully. You pluck one out of the air and say, we need your help, before you throw it to a physical embodiment of a ghost next to the dragon. Yeah, perfect.
In that case, instead of it, like, it will, if it ends its turn inside, I want to put it like inside the dragon, and if the dragon ends its turn there, it takes 1d10 force damage for every 5 feet it's traveled.
Okay, so it will.
So it doesn't have to do a con save. Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Good, because I rolled a 5.
Oh fuck.
No worries. Right. I think that's.
Sorry, I swore again.
I think that's it on your turn, unless it now gets to do its stuff.
No, it then gets to do its stuff. So it gets to make 2 attacks.
Do it.
And it is gonna try and hit the dragon. My spell. Sorry. Yes. So that's gonna be 21 to hit.
21 does hit.
And then ooh, that's not bad. 10 14 necrotic damage.
Does the other attack, what was it?
Sorry, we're still doing this one.
Okay.
It has to now do a wisdom save.
Necrotic damage?
Yes, necrotic damage.
Okay.
And now it does a wisdom save.
It passes the wisdom save.
Okay, cool. Now it's going to do that again.
Okay.
So to hit... Oh, that one's not going to hit.
Okay. What's the total?
It's not going to hit. It was a 3.
Okay.
I rolled
right.
a 3, so like...
As the first time this dragon takes any sort of damage as the ghost appears, Ronan, you do feel sad that you don't have some spectral weapon as it slashes into the side of the dragon, right at its rib cage. The dragon roars out and bellows in anger. Anything else it's got then?
Nope, but it is like inside the dragon.
Oh, good. Well then,
I believe.
On the dragon's turn, it is going to move further into where the pews were to get out of where the ghost was, which is fine because Ronan and Ordell and the ghost can make an attack of opportunity against it.
We gonna.
Ooh, you know what? If I'm gonna do that, I'm also does a 19 hit?
Does actually.
Oh, sick. I'm gonna spend a key point. Can I get a wisdom save?
You can.
Or is it wisdom? Let me double check. It might be con save. I'm so bad at this. It's a con save, DC 15.
I rolled a 9, but it plus 11 to con, so 20.
Sweet mother molasses. Okay.
Or are you trying to stunning strike it?
Yes, I was, but you know what? I regret my decisions.
You punch it in the knee, trying to buckle it down. It takes damage, but it doesn't fall in place. So you do damage. Ronan, what was your hit?
17.
Not quite. One off. Winter, what was your ghostly hit? Not good.
9.
Great. As it flies off to the other side of you, in doing so, it is going to beat its wings fervorously, just like it did before. Actually, no, it hasn't been its turn. It can't do that. It's just going to make a tail attack on the ghost that tried to hurt it.
By the way, it took 10 bludgeoning.
10. That's right. Good for that. So the ghost, it hits. What's the ghost AC? Let me double check that it does, but I can't imagine.
The ghost AC is 15.
It does hit. Dealing 15 bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Bludgeoning damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
as it settles back down. Yeah, that's just it doing its legendary action there. Right, it's going to go to your friendo's turn as Elijah spends his time to light his sword aflame. He goes in for an attack on, let's see, not Ivana, but the blue Dragonborn right nearby, swinging his sword. Okay.
Divine Smite crit. Divine Smite crit.
2 crits.
Elijah really said "be gone." Thought.
Don't know if I need to roll these, but I will.
2 1s.
Just gonna double what I get overall with it. Okay. Good. With these 2 critical hits with this flaming sword and the divine smite, this blue dragonborn inflicts wounds upon Joe, and as it falls down, Elijah stands atop Joe. And Elijah's, "That was a dutiful guard," before with his flaming sword completely cleaves the blue dragonborn in half, dealing 112 damage.
Golly.
Those smites, that flaming sword, that crit, doubling it up. He put everything into it. Probably should have shaved it for the dragon, but he was mad. He hurt Joe. They hurt Joe. Right. Ritter is going to see the dragon. He wants to get in there to go help, but there is this large Oni figure there. He's going to deal with the people outside first. He's going to shoot at the black dragonborn that ran away. Okay, the first shot hits, making a blue version of the black dragonborn appear nearby. The dragonborn's not exactly looking too hot right now, as the green and red one are still running away from winter. And Joe's got nothing to do here, so it's going to go to the big dragon's turn, followed by Ashrin. Cool, so let's see if they get their breath weapon back. Nope. Let's see. All right, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is anyone within 10 feet of me?
That would be everybody except Emma, Ronan, and Ordell.
Am I making a second whiz save? Is this the same as the first one?
This is a different thing.
Different thing?
Everybody, besides the 3 Rybonator mentioned, because I
okay.
forgot them already, you get +2 bonus to all saving throws when you're within 10 feet of me and you're conscious.
Perfect. Sorry, Joe.
22.
25.
Dang.
Yes.
I got that wisdom. I'm a cleric.
16.
Oh,
Ordell?
best 14. Oh, sorry.
And Ronan.
17.
Wow.
We be wise.
Literally everybody is stalwart against this white dragon's frightening presence.
Use the bitch!
Cool. I didn't want to use Indomitable to reroll that.
As the dragon roars out deafeningly, seeing that you are unafraid of it, it seems to pull upwards and flies maybe about 40 feet up in the air. From the spot that you're at, Ordell, you'd be the only one who could make an attack of opportunity against it.
I will.
Wait, did it move by me?
Right.
No, it moved away before.
18.
Oh, okay.
Is it AT's me to beat it?
Yeah,
or-
it hits it. You're good.
Okay. Cool. Am I wasting key if I do this? I'm gonna take another stunning strike. I'm gonna see what it do. Or wait, oh no, I can't attack of op. I just realized because I
Oh yeah, it hasn't been your turn
reaction
yet.
attacked before.
mind.
Yeah, it hasn't been my turn yet. So
Yeah.
just kidding.
It flies 40 feet up in the air, and in doing so, completely shatters the colored and stained glass roof of this temple here. It seems to have given up all pretense of returning to this temple. As it's going to go to Ashrin's turn, followed by Emma.
Wait, it just left?
It's just 40 feet up in the air.
Oh, okay. Okay. Which are any of the dragonborns within 30 feet of me, or?
Yes, currently the blue dragonborn's gone, but the white dragonborn is still near you all, as is Ivana.
Oh, ooh.
I was like, save Ivana for me.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll get the blue dragonborn, and I am going to Blue Dragonborn, I'm going to bonus action Wrathful Smite.
Do it.
Alrighty,
Oh,
and
the
then
blue
I'm gonna...
dragonborn's dead, so it'll be the white one.
Oh, white one, sorry. Roll to hit for the first one.
Who got
What's in it?
GF-wide, by the way?
I did.
Why'd you get GF-wide? What did I miss?
What did I do?
No, I said who got GF-wide. I didn't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Don't worry.
I rolled a natural one for my first one, so I missed.
Natural one, solid. As the white dragonborn, you go to hit it, but it seems to have some power kind of innate within it, and it spins the staff upwards, almost knocking the rapier out of your hand. You have to hold it with a better grip this time.
Okay, my second action, or second hit, it's 14 to hit.
Exactly what you need.
Heck yeah. And then, Divine Smite? That's after the hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you already
so it-
wrathful, so you can also do the wrathful part of it.
Oh, but even though I missed...
Wrathful makes your next attack that hits
Oh.
on that turn. Yeah. So
I
if
can
you
do
miss,
both?
it doesn't just go away.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So the regular rapier piercing damage is 8.
Okay.
For the divine, it is 7 plus 8, 15.
Okay.
And then for the wrathful smite, that...
So it would be, if you're doing Wrathful Smite, you do that, not Divine Smite.
Oh, okay, never.
If
Oh,
you'd rather
damn it.
do Divine, you can.
I would.
Okay, do it. Yeah. So the 15 with that?
The 15 and the 8.
Perfect. As you, it swats away the first bit of your rapier, but you're a seasoned combatant. You pull the rapier back and stab it right through the kneecap of this white dragonborn as your rapier touches the earth behind, pulling it out, leaving a trail of red energy and blood coming out of this white dragonborn's knee. Cries out in pain.
Yeah.
He's not going to be an adventurer anymore.
I was an adventurer
And-
like you until I took a rapier to the knee.
That is it.
Perfect. At the end of Ashran's turn, it's going to go back to Emma, who was able to escape the gaze of the dragon for the time being by being blurred.
Blur. Emma's making a mad dash to get out of this place.
Okay.
Like over the thing.
You gonna dash?
If that's what it takes to get out of here.
Okay. You could definitely dash and roll an athletics if you want to start climbing up the pew.
Athletics. Oh yeah, with my -1, I'll take a 15.
Perfect. That's actually enough. So with your dash, you're able to climb and get your way up as you now stand right next to the Oni.
Perfect. I literally do this motion because I'm still blurred and I don't pay attention to the Oni. I go straight to Ivana. I'm coming for her. And that's it. That's oh well actually, you know what? Because I can do it as a bonus action. Let me just go ahead and spare the dying because I'm assuming Joe's within 30 feet of me now.
Yeah, you
Okay.
You can do it as bonus.
Yeah. Well,
Perfect.
yeah, because I'm
Yeah.
a grave cleric.
Yeah, you could.
Yep.
Okay. You run up. Joe's kind of writhing in pain on the floor, kind of slowly convulsing as you throw your green flame down towards him.
Not yet, you strange drugged god.
Perfect. As it's going to go to Ordell's turn, followed by Ronin. Ordell, the dragon, sits 40 feet above you with the collapsed ceiling.
Heck yeah. Ordell's gonna punch his 2 new knucklers together. And he's gonna look over. Hey, you're a bird and cool armor. I don't know you, but together we're fighting a dragon. So you know what we're gonna be doing? We're gonna be dragging our nuts on its face, and Ordell's gonna take 4 punches up with flurry of blows.
Dragging
And
that
each one is a
wagon.
fireball that looks like a big old testy.
Jesus.
Love that.
You know I have to, man. You know I have to GFY it.
Oh, I'll take the GFY, but let's see if these 4 punches please something. Ooh, 15 roll would hit, a 20, a 2 does not, and then the last one, on the dot. So that's
Perfect.
oh, that's basically if I
Three
hit
hits.
4. Because one's a crit, but I don't add the mod on the crit one. Okay.
No, yeah. Just double the dice rolls.
So it would just be 4d6
Ronan, you'll be up after.
plus 12? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
where
wisdom is 4, correct? Or dex? I'm not sure for your specific monk
Yeah.
type.
Yeah. So 5.
Howling, I want to give him an inspo, but you know, rules are
10.
rules.
16 plus 12, 28 radiant damage
28 radiant.
from each of the paunches. And with my movement, Ordell's just gonna try and get like not doing anything too crazy, strenuous, but like wherever I can start to get like higher elevation to follow the dragon. I can hit it from 90, but
If you want, you could go climb back onto the pew, and that might get you a little higher. But there is a destroyed roof. You could maybe try climbing the walls, but they are a sheer wall, and it would be very difficult to do so. You could try climbing the tapestries, but you did light them on fire.
Yeah, I'll give the tapestries a go. I mean, they're burning, but Ordell's not too scared of fire anymore.
Okay. So yeah, you did your flurry of blows. That was your bonus action, so you can move. There is a burning tapestry nearby. If you want to try and jump and begin climbing it, go for it. That'll be an athletics roll.
Okay. Athletics, it's 13.
13. So you're able to get to the bottom of it, but with a 13, it's going to take you a while to be able to climb up to the top of the tapestry. Probably next turn will be when you can do so. And in the meantime, you're going to take some fire damage.
Fair enough.
So you take, not a huge amount, 5 fire damage.
I have that, so I take 2.
For individual things, you round up, so 3. Round down for area. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So 3 damage from that. Perfect. After Ordell, Ronin, it's your go.
Right. So Ronin is going to look up at this flying dragon and kind of watch all the shards of glass shatter. And he's going to notice all the shiny little bits and glimmers, and then he's going to snap back to it and realize that there's a freaking dragon flying above him.
I had in my vision, I was like, I think he's going to do some sort of like Legolas thing. Like he can fly, but he's going to flavor it as like, I begin stepping up each of the shards of glass, but you're like, oh, shiny.
Oh, no, there's no way Ronin would do that.
No.
He's going to step on top of the pew, and he's going to do a big winged flap and psionic throw his katana towards the dragon.
So you're currently close to like what is the altar and the lectern. The pew is about 60 feet away, but you could still jump up because you can fly. And if you're going to throw your weapon against it, yeah, that's no problem. You can basically hop off.
That meant the altar, yeah, just to kind of get some extra height to chuck his katana at the dragon.
How high are you flying up this turn?
I'm gonna assume just 10 feet.
Okay, yeah. So you
get
just
within range.
Jump up and fly up before throwing your katana in a arrow-like fashion towards it. Go for your roll to hit.
All right. Oof. So the first strike is a 7. God, and a 13.
You have inspos.
I'm going to use an inspiration.
Perfect. And so it'll only be 1 strike just because you're throwing your weapon.
So a 21.
That hits.
On
there we go.
On the inspo. And he's going to imbue his psionic power to give it a little oomph to that chuck.
Just like the plate for the dwarf you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll a d8 plus 1, so 7, and then I'm going to roll for the psionic energy, which I believe is just another d8 plus 2.
I'd like to think the dwarf is still down, just like looking at the plate. Like, come on, one of you threw this. Tell me.
He does about 15 damage.
Solid.
And since it hit and it's slashing, he is a slasher. So now the dragon has slowed movement of 10 feet. It lowered its movement by 10 feet.
Oh, perfect. So we're going to say as you fly upwards and throw your katana, it slices in through the wing of the dragon, creating a hole in its right wing, slowing its flying speed down. as you pull. I'm assuming the psionic thing lets you bring the weapon back.
Yeah.
Okay. As you pull the sword back and hover there 10 feet above the altar, the dragon looks down at you, pretty angry. Anything else you've got on your turn?
And then as a bonus action, he's going to take another deep breath, and he is going to recover 1 psionic dice.
Perfect. Right. Then it's going to go to the Oni's turn.
I'm back.
Oh,
by the way.
perfect. Because the Oni's turn, and you are the thing right next to it.
Remember, I am blurred, and my AC is at 18.
Correct. Blur basically just increases your... I forget.
Nope. It disadvantage on all attacks.
Okay, that's
towards
it.
me.
I always forget what that one does because there's so many that mirror image, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, disadvantage. So it pulls out its version of a katana. As far as the Oni stat block is concerned, that's its glaive. As it looks towards you. And it's going to swipe tight with its glaive. Your AC is right now?
18.
Okay. The first hit swipes right through you with its katana. It moves it in almost a lightning-like quickness, but your form is not where it appears to be. With this, though, his eye turns a bright red, now locating where you are, and it brings the blade down across your rib cage, dealing a sizable chunk of damage, being 15 slashing damage.
Let me roll my concentration at advantage because I'm a warcaster, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's an 18 plus 3, so 21 for that save.
Perfect. As you have threatened Ivana, her concentration is focused more on you than necessarily the Oni that she summoned. And the Oni's eye kind of catches a glimpse of that immaculate sword that Ronin is carrying. And his duty to stand here and prevent anyone from exiting or entering the pew fades as he walks gently off over towards Ronin as he sheathes his blade. You can make attack of opportunity.
Reaction warcaster, I am casting.
If you send banishment, he'll get yeeted.
I don't have banishment, but what I do have is Bane.
Perfect.
Charisma 15 save, please.
He actually has a huge bonus to charisma. That's 21 total.
Why do Onis have charisma?
I don't know. I was wondering that, but so as you try to bring upon a curse with your flame towards him, shooting it towards him, his eye stares your fire down and it sizzles out into nothing before him as he almost dismisses you as he walks gently towards Ronin, challenging him.
Well, you too, Oni.
Perfect. Now it's going to go to the evildoers' turn because Oni happened to roll right before them. The 3 evildoers from before are going to shoot guiding bolts once again at Ashrin, Elijah, and Winter. Elijah and Winter are currently glowing with their guiding bolts, so advantage on them.
Strong hurt, no.
Cool. As the first bolt flies towards Ashrin, same thing. You, as you stab into the White Dragonborn's knee, you pull backwards and, like a Spartan, immediately hide yourself behind your shield as the bolt shatters into a radiant energy before you. Elijah looks down at his slain Dragonborn counterpart and looks up at the red Dragonborn who flings this towards him, and Elijah takes the bolt directly in the chest. Winter, you also have a bolt flying towards you. It's up to you if you shield or not. I should have asked that before.
I can shield after.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it hits.
Yeah, shield.
It still hits.
Sick one. How much?
Let's find out, shall we?
Oh no.
I don't want to be the bad news bearer, but okay, that's a 5. That's a 5. 2, 3, 15. That's another 3. And a 1. So that is 18, 19 damage. Not all that bad for a
Oh
third
yeah,
level.
not all that bad.
Are you up?
He's a wizard.
Yep. I'm not looking great, but I'm up.
as you and Elijah get pelted by more guiding bolts and still continue to glow in this radiant, multicolored energy. As Joe is currently stabilized on the ground, Ivana, looking up at you, Emma.
Bring it.
Do you want her to?
I'm gonna take her down. If I have to die trying, I will take her down.
Give me 2 seconds.
Rybo, I have a question. You mentioned the 10 GFYs before.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to use the 10 GFYs, could I give a suggestion for something? Because something popped in my head just now that I think would be kind of rad, and I think it's a good Rybo 10 GFYs.
Sure.
The dragon falls on Ivana.
No, see, here's the thing. Earlier, we ran into someone hunting a dragon. And if that guy is in the local area of the forest, maybe not even a days away, and he was going, while we were going west, he wasn't going away from us. He was just going another direction. Is there some theoretical he stopped in city for like a thing so we can have like half giant helper?
So
this, you can totally veto this. This is just a.
We're just gonna let it play out, and I won't say one way or another, because we'll get back to that.
Plus, I want to hear all the voices blend together again.
There's so many NPCs I'm playing right now.
It's great.
No, it's good. Right. So we'll come back to that. The 10 GFIs is to happen.
Oh, okay. If that's a thing, then never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
So don't worry about it. But if it was a far better thing, not that it's not, but there's already some plans for some things to go on there. So cool. But I do like this suggestion, and thank you, because that is rad. Right.
You're rad.
I need you to make a con saving throw.
Oh, good. That's my best stat. Almost. Okay, I'll take that. That's an 18.
Ooh, you may actually. Okay, so you're going to take half damage, which is good, as she points her finger up at you, and energy of a green necrotic nature crackles out forward.
Innervating? Innervating?
She's doing something as this finger of a deathly nature shoots out towards you. You're going to take... Ooh, low D8 rolls, though. Okay, so you might have lucked out there. So 78 plus 30 actually is going to get halved down to... It's going to get halved down to 33 necrotic damage.
I'm fine.
Are you still up? Because that's very important here.
I am. I am not disintegrated.
Okay, well, it's not disintegrated.
And I'm also not a zombie.
Yeah, there we go. That's the more important one. You're lucky that saved. Or else we'd have had some issues. Right. As the last one, the white dragonborn that's fighting Ashrin is going to attack you with an inflict wounds spell. Yeah, it does hit, so you're going to take some damage here. Ashrin, it's not a huge amount. You're going to take 21 points of necrotic damage as it makes that rainbowy swirl, and it grabs your shield. The rainbow goes around the shield and begins stabbing itself painfully into your arm, seeming to sap the energy from you.
Okay.
Right. Verity. Oh goodness, oh goodness, oh goodness.
Ooh.
Winter, it's your turn.
Can I Hellish Rebuke and as a reaction?
Yeah, yes you can.
Dex 14.
They are not dexterous.
They fail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
That's good. That's good. 20 points of damage. Fire damage. I'm assuming it's
Dang.
fire.
Yeah, boy. 20 points. As it grabs your shield, it shoots energy around, but you channel a massive flame of black energy through your shield and a jet of fire out towards it. You both damaging each other with magic before it finally lets go. This white dragonborn is not looking too good. As, yeah, it's going to go to Winter's turn, followed by the companions.
Okay, great. So our our flyy boy and our jumpy boy went up near the dragon, right?
Yeah, Ronin's not up there, but he's headed that way, and then Ordell's climbing a sheet of fire.
Okay, how far? Like, just hypothetically, if one were to cast, I don't know, a fireball, would I be able to avoid?
If you aim at the dragon and hit right on the dragon, you'll avoid both of them.
Perfect. Then let's use my last 3rd level spell to cast a big old fireball
Do
on
that
that.
big old fireball.
Okie dokie. You need to roll dragon dex.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Brie, I want to be mean, but I also don't. You tell me if I should be mean.
Me, I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, I might die really soon, so I'd appreciate you not being mean.
Okay, we'll save those spell slots for something else. With dexterity, it does pass, so it'll take half.
Okay. Stupid dexterous dragon.
Plus legendary resistances too, so it's like,
Yeah.
man.
Blaze, I like the Ivana puns. Go ahead and give a GFY to somebody.
I know exactly who to give it to. Blaze. You know who you should give it to? You know who? You know who, Blaze? You know who? Ivana.
I tell you what, if now is ever a time to lie about my dice rolls,
What do you mean? Will rolled like a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 2 earlier.
Yeah.
Fly.
I have 8 d6.
Will was
I've rolled
actually.
4 ones.
Oh
Ooh.
no.
Oh,
That's
Blaze.
a total. That's a big old total of 16. So take 8 points of fire damage with my last.
Oh no. Oh no.
Remember me! I yell as I cast a puff of flame that singes the dragon.
So you create a jet of fire below it. As the fire begins to fly upwards, just the massive hurricane beat of this dragon's wings shoot the fire downward. And it actually engulfs the flames for a little bit. Ronan, you look at the Oni as it walks through the fire heroically. As it doesn't do too much damage to the dragon.
I was a dingus, and I forgot that one of my abilities, if hitting it with my psionic strike, is that the dragon needed to make a strength save.
We'll do that on its turn. Remind me.
Okay.
Well, with that, I'm gonna send my ghost up there.
Hold on. Verity does have a baby inspiration, if you remember, Jakey, to reroll all the dice in the damage if you'd like, winner.
That is up to Verity. If
Wait,
Verity wants me to reroll, I'll reroll.
But that's all the dice, right? So wouldn't the dragon re-roll its save so it could potentially fail?
Yep.
It's
If
up to
that's meant.
Verity.
Yeah, I think they're saying they want to.
All right,
now would
let's
be the
go
time to
for
use
it.
They have 2.
one. It does actually fail the dex save then. So it is going to use one of its legendary resistances,
Oh my god!
but it
I'm rolling
takes one
so
away.
much better. I'm rolling so much better already. Oh my god! I love you, Verity.
Now lie so it's even higher.
93. Wow. With 8d6.
Where's XC when
That's
we need
32 instead,
32. So it goes down to 16. Perfect.
which is what I rolled in total last
Boom.
time.
So
XC
you
is just-
negated the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, 83 could be pop shot in this dragon hardcore.
No, I was gonna say XC is just like a mile away, just like aiming up.
Grassy knoll. Just
Say
Out of
how-
nowhere, XC shows up.
Cube
and
starts
then
rolling in.
fires.
how nice it is that our closest kiss of death took 18 episodes as opposed to like episode 2 or 3 last season.
I
You've
know.
been so nice this time around.
So nice. The nice.
Yeah, this is the horror campaign too, the survival horror.
As you know what, you guys have convinced me. I'll start being more survival horror-y.
I don't
when-
know.
But I'm a
Winter,
That's
guest.
not the lesson here.
You still have your
But-
movement and your ghost's attack.
But I'm a
I
guest.
do.
But I'm a guess.
So, I'm gonna stay where I am. Wait, who's close to us? How far away are these people that keep hurting me really bad?
Well, they've been running every single time, so they're 60 feet away from you now.
Okay. If I move, is someone gonna hit me?
There's a white dragonborn that could, yeah. And
Okay, I
Ivana,
can't. I'll
technically.
die. I will die. I will then end my turn and look really ill at all of our healers and be like, "Ugh." And then I'm also gonna
Your healer looks back at you.
and then I'm gonna send my ghost up. Now I read my ghost thing wrong. It's if the ghost ends its turn, then bad things happen to the ghost if it's inside of a creature.
That's
or an
what I
object.
thought, but I was like, I'm messing something wrong.
I'm just bad at reading. So instead, sending the ghost up,
Does it
and
have
gonna
40
take.
feet of movement for flying?
It sure does.
Cool.
Yep, that's what it has. 40 feet of fly.
Do it. Go for the attack.
Sick one. I rolled a 4, so that's not going to work. But it does get 2 attacks.
As your
Sick one. I rolled a 1.
good, as the dragon's hurricane wings beat down, it actually sends the ghost flying downward. It's just not able to quite get there for its attacks.
Awesome. Love that. That's
right.
me. That's it.
After your turn, it's going to be our companions. Elijah looks like he was going to try and heal Joe, but seeing as that you've stabilized him, Elijah instead is going to sprint off after the Dragonborn that are running away. In doing so, he will take an attack of opportunity from the White Dragonborn and Ivana. He actually nimbly dodges the White Dragonborn's attack. Hold on. Never mind. The White Dragonborn does get a hit in him because he's glowing from Guiding Bolt earlier, but that's okay. The Staff Whack is the least thing that he's worried about. Okay.
Ooh.
It's going to take some
Hold
more
on,
damage there.
Ryan. I forgot when Ivana hit me to roll my concentration.
Please
I
do.
also forgot to roll concentration for the ghost.
Please do, both of you.
It's still 22.
Ivana does not make connection on Elijah, as Elijah's going to use his action to sprint to get up next to the other ones. In doing so, he's also going to take its bonus action and heal himself then with his lay on hands. Ritter, now able to see the dragon, is going to fire off 2 shots at the dragon.
Do it, Ritter.
Okay.
Make Papa proud.
As Ritter fires the first shot, the arrow just plinks it onto the ground, just like the fire from Winter and the ghost. But he takes time and aims for the second one. This time, just aiming at a weaker spot and hits the dragon right at the base of the tail. In doing so, the dragon is still in the midst of flying upwards. However, a blue spectral version of the woman that you saw before now sits floating in the air. As
I'm pretty sure my ghost is gone.
Oh, it did 15 damage. Heard it
Yep,
from before?
ghost.
Okay. Your ghost's gone. No worries. It's going to go to the dragon's turn. The dragon shrieks downward, saying, "What did you do to me with your arrow?" As Ritter...
They should remember to make a
strength save.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass, no problem. 17 plus
Okay.
6, 23.
Yep. They're doing the thing.
They're pretty good. The dragon flies upwards, though less capable. Okie dokie. Give me a sec here, guys. The dragon flies upwards, though less capable than it once was. So Ordell's kind of on his own in terms of spacing. Ronin's kind of on his own in terms of spacing. Winter, Ritter, and Ashrin are near each other. Yeah.
I was gonna ask because I'm beside Ronin and stuff, and like Ronin and I've been hitting the dragon for a lot. if the dragon's about to kill the 2 people that are almost down, could we not say that we've been hitting them real hard? I'll give up my 5 inspo for it.
You want to trade 5 inspo for a taunt?
Yup.
Ronin's looking pretty fine, and if
I'm gonna take a guess at how much health those guys have. It's not that much. Plus, oh. I have a
Chat,
thing.
you say
Anyways.
if that's worth the 5 inspos.
Jakey's within 30 feet of me, right?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm climbing beside you
You're
because we
both
did the
about
whole.
10
Yo, what's up?
feet up at
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
point.
Just making
Yeah.
sure. I didn't know how
Yeah,
high up
I'll
on
burn the 5
tapestry.
inspo for it.
Okay.
Jakey's back at 0.
If chat is down with it, then that's what we'll do. Winter, did you say you used your 10 inspos this time around again? Since you just got to it, or are you saving
I
it for
have-
next time?
I have 9
Okay,
inspo.
Got it. Or was
What
it Ashrin?
she's
I
been
thought
doing
somebody
with
used 10.
RP so good.
Ashrin.
If
Can I
I-
carry over my inspos from the last campaign?
Only carry over your GFYs too.
Ashrin had
No,
his.
I don't. Oh,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. You have a lot of GFYs, Will. You are not bringing those over.
I would have had 10 if you gave me 1 inspo per child, but
As that's stupid, child. Ordell, then, instead, as it regains its cold breath, I need you to make a con saving throw.
Yes, sir.
My boy.
Okay. Are you sure it's not a dex save?
Pretty sure.
Then how does 4 do me?
It does.
A 2 plus 2.
That'll do it for you. As it's going to be 54 cold damage coming to you.
Wait,
Oh wow.
Ronin's gonna see this, and he's gonna throw up a protective field to roll 1d8 plus 2 to negate some of that damage.
How
Yo,
much is
Ronan's
that?
gonna save me, guys.
At least a portion of you is getting saved.
Baby, that's he threw up the strongest 10-point shield of psionic energy.
That's
His
good.
big fat bird brain.
Thank you, Ronan.
It does put out the fire on the tapestry as you take 44 cold damage. However, now the tapestry is frozen. Any misstep might cause it to shatter and you to fall on the floor.
Cool.
Literally.
Cool. No doubt.
Drew, shut up. So 44 damage goes to Ordell as this thing flies another 30 feet up in the air, now being 70 feet up in the air. Perfect.
Well, it has a minus 10 to its movement.
Yeah, that's the 30. It normally
Okay.
can move 40.
Swag.
Perfect. As it's going to go to Ashrin's turn.
Okay, can you just remind me layout basically?
The white
like-
dragonborn is near you. The
Okay.
black, green, and red dragonborn are running away. The white dragonborn's not looking too good, nor is the black dragonborn. Ivana is also near you, and the dragon is up in the air. The Oni is in the building.
Oh yeah, the Oni's here.
Who is closest to me friend-wise, and how close are we to a door?
That would be Winter and Ritter. Not really so much a door. There's a pile of pews and ice and people bits that lead into the temple, but then there's also the street and the city out behind you. Most people are running away from this location currently.
Oh, so the town knows that this is happening.
Oh yeah, there's a big dragon in the air now.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Well, that just okay. Never mind. Plan B.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Is,
Oh, this
it
is
should
the
be the opposite.
bard's tale.
My cabbages.
okay. Okay. Is the dragon flying close to any walls or?
The temple probably
Flying.
stands about 50 feet tall. You could try and climb the outside walls of the temple, but it's currently flying just straight up and trying to get out of here.
Oh, it's flying to get out of here.
Well, it's flying up. It's not necessarily coming like downwards to swoop on anything yet.
Okay.
It's a swooper.
All right. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm going to cast. Okay, Winter's looking pretty bad, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can I grab Winter? Is she like grabbable distance?
Yes. Right next to you.
Grab Winter. Cast darkness, right? So we're on the edge of it.
Okay.
If
Inside it
it's
still?
Inside it.
Okay.
That way Ivana and White Dragonborn cannot see us, but I mentally have note of like the layout and winter is it.
Perfect.
Okay, do that. We're still in it.
As Ashrin,
And-
you pull out red energy from behind your shield in your hand and suddenly envelop the area in a dark red mist.
Dark red mist, but we're just on the edge, but only I know that because I casted it. And I am gonna try to run Winter to safety out of here somewhere.
Okay, let me paint a picture here. So if to the north is the temple, the Dragonborns that have been running off have been going to the east. So if you want
Okay.
to not be seen by them, you should run to the west.
Okay,
Otherwise, you're going to be seen by them as you exit the darkness.
to the west.
Okay, west it is. They're still going to get... actually, it hasn't been their turn yet. They don't get attack for opportunity again.
I was gonna say, wouldn't Ashrin know if she casts darkness on an item, she can move with it? So Ashrin could
Yeah.
like leave with that if she's like skirting the edge of it, and then still be covered by darkness.
I wanted to do that, but I didn't know if that was against like
No,
rules
no,
or not.
that's-
for me
yeah,
running
that's-
into
No,
things.
like a
that's how
thing.
darkness works. Yeah, you can attach it to something, and then the cloud moves exactly with it. That's what How kept doing because he could see in the dark.
On my shield.
On the shield, boom, dark shield of arrow catching. So yeah, you can use that on you, and as you pull Winter away, the two of you can run and be enveloped in darkness.
Winter, I feel bad leaving that, but we need to go.
Oh
and
yeah, I'm gonna die like any second. I'm totally down for leaving.
fix that in the next 6 seconds. and then-
Okay.
But we leave first.
As the two of you run off to the west, they're not able to make their attacks, and the other ones can't see you, so you're hopefully going to be pretty shielded. Though Winter, you do glow inside the darkness, canceling out any disadvantage for the first hit at least, making it just a normal hit. Right. As the two of you go away, anything else you're doing, Ashrin, with bonus action?
The bonus action, that is all I can do.
Perfect.
For now.
Emma, you stand atop the pews with Ordell to follow.
How far away is Ivana?
She would be about 15 feet down.
I limp down the 15 feet.
Okay.
I get right to Ivana and I drop to a knee. And I just reach out my hand and it just like slides down her, like just the side of her as I'm casting Inflict Wounds.
As you do so, because I wasn't mean to Winter, but I mean, I have to be mean at some point. She's going to try and counterspell it. And unless you're doing it at like 4th level or up, it's gone. She's
Yeah,
a
okay.
high level caster.
That makes sense.
You reach up and grasp onto her robes and try and send some of the flames up them. But as she pulls a small dirk out of the side, she flicks your hand off of her in one slick motion as a rainbow energy blocks yours from...
I'm gonna let Raucous climb up on me and we're just gonna lay down just for a little bit. Just for a little bit.
Perfect. As you and Raucous just lay on the ground. It took me a second. Ordell, it's your go as you're climbing this icy
Yeah,
tapestry.
I'm gonna use one of my punches to give myself the double jump, and I'm gonna key Step of the Wind to get up. I'm gonna try and get up on this roof and start. I'm gonna keep punching at this dragon.
Okay, go ahead and key steps doubles your jump, correct?
Yes.
That doesn't help if you're climbing.
Could
kinda
I
like
like
climbing a
theoretically do
tapestry.
like pull jump kind of thing? Because I'm giving myself that extra like speed, and then I'm using the propulsion of one of my attacks. So I'm only gonna hit the dragon once if I get to the top.
I'd say you can definitely do that, but remember it's a very high DC, and failure leads to you falling and ice falling on you, as long as you know.
That is completely fair.
Go for it then.
Is it athletics at advantage, or would it be a disadvantage because the ice, so it cancels out?
Yeah, it's gonna be disadvantage, or not it cancels. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, athletics, it's not terrible. It's 17.
Okay. As
With my
you
+1 in athletics.
well, does it beat 20 with acrobatics?
Yes, that would be because that's a 16.
Being
so
that
would
we've
be a
been doing acrobatics so
23.
far, I'll let this be an acrobatics thing. So as you pull off from the tapestry, you can hear it crack and fall, but your jet of fire, Iron Man style, allows you to propel yourself up to the top of the temple as you hear the ice crash from below. The sharp shards definitely would have caused major damage. As you get up to the top of the temple, yeah, you can make your attack.
Okay. I mean, not bad. Okay. Unnatural 20 for being up here, but I get only the 1, so that's fine. But you know what? That's still... Hey! 10 radiant damage.
10 radiant damage. Okay. As you shoot into this flying beast, it's still looking pretty good. Trying to put other holes into its wings, it looks down towards the battlefield below. I think that's all you got then, correct?
Yeah, Ordell's just like his radiant thing like he did before at the White Mare where he was annoying. Now he's just sending giant flaming, given the bird.
Ronin. The dragon is currently what would be 60 feet above you as the Ronin, or as the Oni stands 30 feet slowly walking its way towards you.
Looking at the spectacle that Ordell just did with his acrobatics, Ronin's gonna look down at the Oni. Am I still like 10 feet in the air?
Yeah.
So Ronin is gonna dive bomb towards the Oni.
So, if it wasn't obvious of setting up this samurai thing, I've had a very good plan for what Ronin is gonna do for this Oni. If anybody's ever watched a Kurosawa film or played Ghost of Tsushima, Ronin,
Hell yeah.
the two of you stand off between each other, both holding your katanas in your sheaths, as you're going to strike towards each other and see who lands the blow. Whoever does land the blow is going to knock the other person's health in half.
Okay.
You, being that you're flying, have advantage on this.
Don't roll my dice, Will. Don't do it.
That's fine.
Don't roll the dice I gave you.
Well, let's have a roll off. This is just going to be straight D20, but it's going to be rolled at advantage for you.
Okay.
Actually, no, we'll do like a normal hit. So do as if you were making an attack.
Okay. What'd you roll, Rybo?
My glaive. Oh shit! I'm on the dragon. My glaive attack becomes a 14.
He doesn't hit me, but does a 19 hit him?
Doesn't matter if it hits. You beat hit. Perfect. As the two of them stand there in starch black and white, the camera pans side to side. They stand there, but for a minute, the next, they swap places. A red line and a streak mars the temple as the Oni's blood is smeared across the temple. But, if you'll remember, what does your blade do?
A +1.
And?
And if Ronin closes his eyes and scrolls through chat,
It does a crit to summoned creatures.
Ooh.
And so that
Wait,
damage
so you
is
have
doubled.
his health, so it would double. So he's just gone.
Yep.
You just.
he just missed. Just
As he misses,
ectoplasm.
the black
Just an
silhouette of the
explosion.
Oni falls in half before the blood smears on the ground. As Ronin stands there, putting his katana back in its sheath.
That's pretty fucking cool. I mean,
Also,
that's
Ordell
pretty
from
cool.
up above. No, you get that sword back out. We're not done.
So that would be your action and movement, Ronin, since you whooped its ass. That if you fought it, you were going to do pretty good against it if you hit. If not, it was going to really hurt you. Anything else you were doing?
He's gonna stand up straight, statuesque, and pull out his water skin and take a swig of water and put it down because that is all I can do.
So Samurai Jack.
That's all I can do, Jakey.
I love it. As Ronin now takes a swig out of I'm gonna say a gourd because obviously it's got to be a gourd at this point.
Yes.
The demon dissipates. Ivana looks over, sensing something is quite wrong here. It would be the Oni's turn, but no worries about that. As it does go to the rest of the baddies' turn, however, the white dragonborn, seeing the darkness run away from it. Let's see. Only Ritter is there next to it. So the white dragonborn is going to try and inflict wounds on Ritter. doesn't. Ritter, it grabs onto Ritter's bow before Ritter pushes the bow back onto the Dragonborn and it falls on its butt. So chat, we used 10 GFYs on me, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Choosing to use it here? Perfect.
People are already saying low, high.
Right. Hi, yes. Okay, so with the 10 GFYs, as the white dragon's heavy wing beats beat downwards towards this temple, the temple is already in rough standings, with its stone masonry being absolutely destroyed by an adult white dragon flying upwards and out. The peak on the top of one of its, on top of the bell tower at the front of this temple is barely standing. With the heavy wind, it knocks the stone over and falls towards the fight down in front of the pew. Emma, need you to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
At disadvantage because I'm laying down.
Yes, you chose that.
Yep.
You can use your inspo here to cancel.
No. You remember that time I had a really good dex and then someone in chat took it away? You remember that? I'm gonna inspo that real quick. A non-nat 20?
Solid. This does allow you to look up and see this before it
Can I
happens.
just like tuck and roll?
Yeah, absolutely. You roll quickly out of the way as Ivana, looking down at you, holds her dirk up and says, "Some ghoul crest you make before." If anybody has ever seen Hot Fuzz, the top of this tower slams into Ivana.
Oh, that's the worst scene.
The white dragonborn and Emma are able to make their way out of there, so not taking any damage from this as the spire purely skewers Ivana like the
Emma, as she's rolling
she is.
away, she just ends up rolling face down into what I assume there's snow, just face down into it, and she's gonna stay that way for a little bit.
Gonna make a perfect snow skull. As perfect. The other three dragonborns are, however, fighting hard against Elijah over there. They're all three just gonna keep guiding bolt him. God, those
never thought I'd
advantage
see
stacks.
A Hot Fuzz reference in D&D. I like that a lot.
Oh no!
No,
words. Stop.
But
That's a GFY.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
get a
one. That's two.
You get a
That's two
GFY words. As Elijah fighting against these is really kind of struggling here. These are not low-level clerics that he's fighting against. Each of them is a 9th level caster fighting and shooting out guiding bolts towards him. He gets hit by all three of them because of the continuous stacking advantage. Elijah falls and is unconscious.
I'm gonna have to army crawl over to him.
As it's going to go to well, it is Winter. It's your turn. You don't see any of what just happened, by the way. You and Astrid.
No. Is Joe? Or like, I don't know.
You're
if
not
Joe
there
got
anymore.
crushed, then do I?
Not near you.
Schmo.
Fucking Joe. I'm going to keep moving with Astrid, and I'm going to be a selfish little wizard and cast False Life on myself at 2nd level.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Winter,
Ouch,
all of the
ouch,
death
ouch.
around you, you pull some of that necrotic energy and create a small shield around you of purple and green energy. In the darkness, you're already glowing. Why not be glowing more?
So 13 temporary hit points.
Perfect. Anything else you're doing?
Nope, that's all I can do. And I'm gonna keep moving with my friend.
Okay. As it's gonna go to your friend's turn. Ritter is gonna absolutely make an all-out dash to go help Elijah. He wants to keep shooting at the dragon, but that's not his target here. Elijah has become his friend. With a full action, he can dash and get there, and his bonus, he can cure wounds to get Elijah back up. So as Ritter runs over, you see him quickly chewing on some leaves as he runs over, slaps it into Elijah's wound, and just kind of gives him the old wake up slap. It's like, you're not done yet, and pulls him up onto his feet.
Thank you, Ritter. I was gonna crawl to do that.
With that, Elijah can make his turn, though, and his sword is still flaming, and he's kind of mad. Yeah. Black Dragonborn, who's already hurt.
Look at all these cool Dragonborn you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Winter.
As Elijah takes his longsword, he twirls it around. He jumps up and stabs it downward in through the shoulder of the Dragonborn, lighting it aflame as his sword sticks into the ground. And he has to pull the Dragonborn off like a shish kebab of meat with his foot before looking towards the other ones as he spits out blood onto the ground. It's going to go to the dragon's turn. The dragon looks down. Who speaks Draconic? Emma, you hear the Dragonborn mutter something about, "Its land is a waste. We'll go to the north and feed there," before flapping
Bye.
and seeming to
say
try
in
and make their
Draconic.
way off to the north. Do you yell out bye?
Not loud enough, but I'm just like, bye. My face is in the snow, just
Okay,
like,
it's
bye.
muffled. But you do hear what it's doing. It seems to be moving off to the north. As it does so, Ashrin, Ashrin, you can't see.
None of this.
This is an Emma situation for her 10 all over again. Somebody else may notice it, but as the dragon has become quite large, in doing so, the necklace that it was wearing before, this almost amulet, was hanging on with barely any strings as it was stretched in an almost elastic fashion. With the beating of its wings and its heavy moving off forward to the north, it's finally enough for it to snap as this golden amulet, which Ordell actually might be the only, just like before, Ordell would be the only one to see it as it plummets
that or
downwards.
just falls on Emma's head, you know, just a plonk. What is this?
It falls downwards into the temple. Ordell, you see a golden amulet fly downwards. But it's going to go to Ashrin. It's your turn. You're currently running with Winter away. You hear the dragon speak something in deep Draconic up in the sky before you can hear it flying further away. But that could just be you running away.
Through mentally remembering the layout before darkness was cast, is there like a wall Winter and I can hide behind?
Yeah, absolutely. You could try and run to the other side of the temple. No problem.
Okay. I first, while I'm holding Winter's hand, I'm going to lay on hands for 16 points.
Oh, nice. How nice of you. On
You're so
yourself,
nice.
not Winter, of course.
So she gets 16 points, and I'm going to try to hide behind a wall and then probably drop darkness so we have just aware of our surroundings.
Okay. So yeah, as you get to the other side, you quickly drop darkness. In doing so, you won't be able to see anything else going on with the fight or know what happened to Ivana, but you can see the dragon flying off to the north.
Okay. That's all I really wanted to do.
Okay. At the end of your turn, Emma, you're face down in the snow. You can still hear the crumbling of the rocks as the top of the bell tower has fallen downwards.
Just in the snow. Just sad.
Anything else you're doing? Besides in the snow stat?
She's gonna get up because she needs to, and she looks at the remaining Dragonborn. Hey, you got the keys so I can let the slaves free? I'm really tired. I don't want to fight you.
They're 60 feet away, currently fighting. Actually, no, the white Dragonborn's still up. Never mind.
Hey, do you got the keys so I can free the slaves? I don't want to fight. Your dragon's leaving, by the way. I'm sure you heard that because you know you're dragon too. I'm just tired. I want to set the slaves free. You want to live? You can go.
Roll a persuasion, not an intimidation.
Persuasion +3, so 19.
Not a bad roll. You speak the truth.
I just want the keys, man.
He reaches down into Ivana's pocket and pulls out keys and throws them your way. Before
Thanks.
begins in the snow, seeming to write some sort of runes in the ground and pulling out an amulet out of its pocket.
Hey, leave that, but go. Come on, man. Go on.
I'm
And
leaving.
Emma's just gonna turn around and start heading back to where the slaves are.
Perfect.
I'm tired. I got 3 HP. I'm just tired.
Basically, because it's late, I do want to double check. Ronin, you've killed the Oni as it lays there dead in the temple, Kurosawa style. Winter and Ashran now hide away from any damage that could be coming their way. Ordell, you stand atop the temple and see the amulet fall inside and see the dragon flying away. Ritter and Elijah are currently fighting the 2 remaining Dragonborn over there, besides the white one who seems to be casting something to get away currently. What is everybody doing? Ashran and Winter, we'll start with you two. Are you still just standing there hiding out, making sure that you're not going to die?
You go.
I think that Ashrin hasn't seen anything. She doesn't know. All she knows is the dragon is leaving. So yes, so she'll look to Winter. Like her priority was taking care of Winter, making sure she was okay. So
Yeah, I'm okay. I think we probably need to check on Joe. He looked pretty dead, and
Right.
I will feel real bad.
You two can look around the corner if you'd like.
Yeah, I wanna look.
As the two of you Scooby-Doo peek, you see Joe there dead. The top of the bell tower completely crushing Ivana and splitting her in 4 directions, and
Wait.
Emma grabbing the keys as the white dragonborn is casting some sort of spell and holding up an amulet.
He
You
looks
see him
dead.
slowly
Wait,
dissipating.
Did you say that Joe's dead?
He looks
No, looks dead. Sorry.
He
Yeah,
looks
because he was
dead.
scared.
No, he's dead.
Joe's
He's
dead.
dead,
There's
don't
his
worry about it.
fire. There's all this other stuff.
Winter, that's like your thing. Aren't you happy?
Not about this one.
Okay.
Ronin's gonna walk up to Joe and pull out a small knife and end his misery. No, I'm just kidding.
I give you 10 inspos for whatever next character you have just to come back in.
You die with honor, friend.
The Bushido Code.
Ordell.
No, I'm still breathing. No. Shh.
Ordell, what are you
Actually-
doing during this time?
So, in all seriousness, Ordell sees Emma leave this dude who starts casting a ritual. So Ordell yells, "Don't worry, Emma, I got you!" And I jump and I'm gonna like full-on Spartan from the top of this place, punch this white dragonborn in the head.
Emma doesn't even turn around. She just keeps walking towards the slave.
Ronin is just watching, like, Ordell, because he was looking at him while he was up on top of the temple and just watching him do this
Ashran
badass dive
and
bomb.
Winter, then the two of you with Ronan see Iron Man jump off the side using his jets to not only slow his fall, but completely decimate this white dragonborn. With Ritter being at full health and Elijah over there, it's not a problem for them to slowly dispatch of the other 2 dragonborns. Ritter pulls out his dagger and goes to work. You can see as he does so, actually I do need Winter, Ashran, and Ronan then, since they would be ones to pay attention. I know we're late. We're just going to do this real quick and then we'll be done. Roll me a perception check for the 3 of you.
Perception, okay.
Also, I'm gonna upload the doodles right now.
23.
23.
10.
15.
10, 15. Okay, so Winter, then you do see this pretty clearly. As Ritter is helping with Elijah dealing with one of the Dragonborns, Ritter stabs one of them into the knee and another blue spectral version of it comes out. And he grasps the blue one by the throat and cuts it like he would a normal person. And as he does so, the blue dissipates and the red Dragonborn simply falls to the ground, seemingly lifeless. You're not sure what's happened there, but Ritter seemed to be able to do some damage to those apparitions he creates.
Okay. So don't let Ritter touch my soul.
Ronan, you see Ordell jet blast into the White Dragonborn and look over the top of the pews. Seeing this group that helped you escape, Emma, you help the slaves quickly out of the bins before some of them do throw things at you as you walk down into the pits before you hold up the keys, and they immediately are silent as you let them all out.
I've got some words if they're gonna throw things.
Okay, we'll do that next time then.
Yeah.
No worries. As Ordell and everyone looks at Ronan standing atop the pew covered in Oni blood.
Beautiful.
As Ronan, if you have any last words, fantastic. If not, then that will be where we stop for the night.
Ronan barks. Oh no, he sheaths his blade and goes,
Hello
"What are
there.
you?" No.
Drew, you're the
Right.
worst. Stop bullying your brother.
That's fine.
I thought it was
I'll get him
Jakey.
back. I will get him
That
back.
wasn't me.
You can tell.
What does
Bring
Ronan
my
say?
mom
I wanna
energy
hear
to
the
control
cool
your
line.
Right.
voice.
He goes, "What are y'all looking at?" And that's it.
Ordell flips him off and falls over.
As that'll be where we stop it for the night. Fantastic. If you haven't done so yet, make sure you enter the giveaway because Drew is about to stop it right here. Right
I
now.
am. I'm doing that right now.
Wait,
I'm-
let me enter the giveaway.
All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
you're
Will
a viewer.
Will legally can.
All right. Did you enter?
Yeah, he
Yep,
did.
go for it.
All right.
Can I
closing
illegally
entries.
enter?
You can.
You can no
Howling
longer...
darkness.
Howling darkness.
Howling darkness.
Howling darkness. You get the seeming token. This token allows you to make somebody look completely different for an entire episode. They do not know that they look any different, but everybody else will see them as whatever you choose in whatever humanoid form. You want Ordell to look like a little pixie princess wearing a little Bo Peep outfit? You can do that. You want Winter
wants
to
that.
be Big Ordell? You can do that. Yeah.
Ooh, flesh Emma. What?
Don't make Winter wear color.
Ugh. You can give Ashrin the true form she's always desired as the Blood Queen. Truly.
We're all just a bunch of queens.
All of us. As thank you all, and thank you, Will, for joining us tonight. Ronan was an absolute blast.
Woo!
It was a very fun character to play.
It was wonderful. Glad to have you, and as always, you're always welcome back, and excited to have you fill in sometimes. It's always a good time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Would love to. Would love to do it again.
Thank you, Will, for joining us. With that, I hope you all have a fantastic evening. Thank you for watching Red Wagon Inn, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.